First on radio, first on television, and first in the hearts of his listening audience. Howard Stern is second to none. Humble, pious, just, humane, temperate, sincere, dignified, and yes, he wrote this. Howard Stern is none of these things. Never a more condescending egomaniac ever ruled the airwaves. But right now, New York needs its egomaniac like we never did before. Why is Howard Stern making the biggest sacrifice in running for office of governor? To put his radio, TV, and movie career in jeopardy while taking on the responsibility of running for the governorship? Well, we all have to make sacrifices. So, I am extending a challenge to all other supermodels out there to show their support for Howard Stern. And that means you, Christy, and Paulina, and Claudia, Elle, Cindy, and even you, Kate Moss. Help us make some history here. It's time to change to Howard Stern. Thank you. And here he is, the man of the hour. You've heard of the New Deal, the Fair Deal. Here's the Stern Deal.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Yeah. Hey, I got a deep voice today, huh, man? Yeah. Listen to that. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. All right, you want to do something for television right now? Want to do something for the E-Show? All right, let's do something for the E-Show. You got to see, Ralph went and got a haircut yesterday. You got to see it.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Okay, Ralph, come on in.
Oh, no.
Take the seat of honor.
No, this isn't one of those.
No, he didn't get it all shaved off.
Well, let's do it in a dramatic way. Don't just rip your hat off.
How's he going to do this?
What happened, douche? You went over to Fabian?
I was supposed to say Fabian.
And what did he do to you?
Lots of stuff.
He doesn't have some weird
my head
color or
little.
something.
Yeah.
No, it's not a color.
This is an attitude. All right, let's show your head. Here's Ralph. This is for the E-Show. Obviously, those of you at home.
Oh, my God.
Look at the look on Robin's face. You know what? Now he's Kato.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Robin
not a
can't
weird
even talk.
color. Oh, my goodness.
Well, you can still see his original color underneath.
Well, that's, that makes it hip, I guess.
I shaved it up the back, too. See, Robin?
Obviously trying to squash those gay rumors.
Yeah.
Yes, I was wrong.
What were you thinking?
He's got a head of shocking white hair with black roots.
It's a fright wig.
Yeah. It looks like a wig, right?
I tried to scare people away.
He likes it, though.
It's very Warholian, if you will.
No, I don't have to. I could get it colored if I didn't like it.
Well, they stripped all the color out of it, though, didn't they?
Went totally white.
Did they strip the color of it, or was that a color, actually?
No, it's just like a, whatever you call it. It takes the color out.
Yeah. Well, I think you look really good, man.
Oh, Howard.
It definitely takes to get used to.
I think you look handsome.
You should have seen it. You think it looks like a wig now. We left my hair really long when we first did it.
Yeah.
So I had, this hair, down to here. It was all white. And
I wonder what the reaction is. And where's Robin Radzinski? She's a woman, too. I'm interested in women's reactions. Obviously, Robin, you...
Richard liked it.
Did Richard see it?
Yeah.
Oh, he likes it?
But he has purple hair, so...
Yeah.
Andy Warhol mated with a broom.
You know what? As you're walking around with it, I'm getting a little used to it. Because you remember, when Madonna first dyed her hair blonde, and you were like, oh, man. What's that all about? Robin's in shock. She's just staring.
Yeah.
I think all Robins are in shock.
I love Ralph.
Yeah.
He looks like Andy Warhol.
Yeah. You think Andy Warhol.
God, he was a great artist.
So you don't like it, Robin?
Fabian's not.
You don't like it?
I liked it. You know what? Anything Ralph could have done would have been an improvement.
She's not even looking at him.
No, seriously, when he took his hat off, were you like, hey, that's an attractive guy, or were you just like...
I thought it's cool. I like tattoos and...
You like all that stuff? Yeah, all right.
But you didn't look at it and say, oh, wow, Ralph looks better.
She seems to be indicating that she thinks he looks better.
She's staring at him like he's a lab rat.
I can't hear her. Yes?
You know what? If it wasn't Ralph, I'd probably like him a lot better.
Right. Look, she's getting it from all angles. Robin's on her knees looking at it. She's looking at it.
It'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better no matter what angle you're at.
It'll take some getting used to. She's squinting. She's like.
See, she's a nice person, and she's doing anything not to have an adverse reaction.
I think she'd tell me if she hated it.
No, she wouldn't.
Yes, she would. You would.
Yeah, I would.
Robin's honest with me.
Yeah.
She's telling me far worse.
Yeah.
It takes some getting used to. I mean,
I don't know. She's enamored with Ralph.
Yeah, I think you're in love with Ralph.
Even when he came back from the wedding and he had done all those douchey things.
I know, she told me he was
like,
great.
Oh, he was so great.
Wait, she was doing those douchey things with me, too,
So, Ralph, what styles did you turn down?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, what colors did you go through?
I had pictures. I had, like...
Is this what you wanted?
Haircut. Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought you were going to get a mohawk.
No, Fabian wanted me to get a mohawk.
Oh, I see.
I mean,
You never said you were thinking of coloring your hair to me.
He's been saying it all along, actually, to me. Yeah,
but I mentioned it.
He was afraid to bring it up to you.
Yeah.
He was afraid it might set you off.
Did he ever have, like, regular colors in mind, or was it always going to be this way?
It was always this. This is going to be blonde or white.
I was thinking a little blonde, but I don't know. If you're going to do it, you might as well just...
You got gray hair now.
Yeah, who wants gray hair?
You know, the only thing is...
You look like an old man. Now, why did you leave the roots black? I don't understand that.
I don't know. I just thought it looked cool. I didn't want it all white.
Right.
I left all this, too, like, underneath here.
Yeah, you left that black.
Like all that.
Yeah, well, you're cool, man.
He actually had to go in and, like, color this.
Okay, you know what? Because this is radio, no one can see it. And you know,
it really is. From this side, he looks just like Andy Warhol.
Yeah. This is good TV, bad radio. So I'm going to excuse you now, Ralph. And now that you've unveiled your hair. And you had you know what it is? You got what you wanted. You got some attention. You got attention.
Yeah. It's a lot to go through.
Very good. All right. Thank you, Ralph. You certainly will attract a lot of attention now. There he goes. Look how stupid he is.
Oh, man.
He's stupid. He's a moron. He's an idiot. Anyway, I thought you'd get a kick out of that, seeing that bright and early.
Well, it certainly woke me up.
What did you think of that, Fred? And don't worry, Fred, we'll get to you. But
I figured that.
What did you think of that?
I still can't talk.
Yeah, you can't talk about that? Jackie?
He made me feel very old. Because I just do not understand. I don't know, man. It's like, I don't think that works for him. I really don't.
It doesn't.
No. Well, you got to wait. In all fairness to Ralph, as stupid as he is, you got to give it a day or two to let it sink in. No?
Now, a haircut is not supposed to have everybody going when they first see it.
That's your first impression.
If your wife walked in and that was your reaction, you'd send her right back to the beauty parlor.
Well, I know that when I saw Richard's purple hair.
I found somebody in the hall who loves it. But when
I first saw Richard's purple hair, I hated it, and now I like it.
No, Richard's purple hair I liked. This I'm not crazy.
Really?
If you didn't know me, and just kind of...
I wish.
You wish, huh?
Yeah.
Can't go back. Huh?
Yeah, I can't go back at this point. I'm in too deep. All right, good for you. Let's see, take off your glasses. Let's see what you look like without your glasses. Get the whole... uglier than ever. Ain't no looks as big as it. Yeah.
Cool. The glasses definitely go with the hair.
So who else said they liked it? Who was out there in the hall?
I forget that new intern.
We have a new intern?
The one who on Metrex.
Oh, yeah.
Jillian.
Scott's intern.
Yeah. She likes it?
Yeah. She loves it.
Really? Well, there you go.
I like it.
Just stand in the other room then.
You look like the villain from a beach movie.
Yeah, the bad surfer.
Yeah. Evil surfer gets killed right up front.
Okay.
All right, very good. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
More to come when the Howard Stern Show returns in a moment.
Yeah.
97.1 The Eagle. The Howard Stern Show.
At this point in the show, I need to thank a few people who sent me some stuff in the mail. Let me thank Arnett Glasses, who came to my rescue when I needed them. That's what I wear when I bike now. They got these big, I don't know if they're bike goggles, but they were like cool-looking sunglasses. They were pretty neat. They just sent them right out to me with my prescription. I'm doing all these thank yous before Robin gets in here. Hi, you didn't miss much.
I thought you were still in the commercial.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, please. Here we go again.
No, you didn't miss a thing, I'm telling you.
Trying to listen to the sports call. I'm working,
I was thinking, actually, I was glad you were out of the room. I was thanking Arnett Glasses for helping me out and sending me some free stuff.
I did hear you saying thank you to somebody. That's like, is he doing the show?
Unfortunately, I quit biking, so now I can't wear the glasses. No, I mean, I got this ankle problem. I'm just working on it.
Just walk around with the glasses.
Yeah, but I look cool in my Arnett glasses.
Get into the whole outfit, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
You look like a biker.
No, I actually went yesterday. I was with one of the top biking experts in the world yesterday. He's
an expert. What is there to study?
You know, that's the funny thing. You think that I was actually with 3 top biking experts. I had 3 coaches riding with me. 3 expert coaches.
And what did they tell you?
Well, the reason they were there was because I'm having this ankle problem. And I go, I rode a bike as a kid. I used to ride 100 miles a day and no problem.
And now you have experts following you to tell you what you're doing wrong.
Well, it's because you got these special shoes and you have to clip it. It's like a whole complicated science now. It's like I'm probably better off with just like a regular bicycle, you know?
I was going to say, didn't they ruin biking?
They did. They ruined it. They ruined biking. It used to be so much fun. They've ruined it. Like all of a sudden I have to learn how to pass, and I used to do all that stuff.
It used to be hop on and go.
Yeah.
That's right. You didn't have, it wasn't even a test.
Now you need special shoes. I mean, the first thing they had to examine is whether my cleats, because my cleats lock into the pedals.
Yes.
And once you're locked in, you can't get out unless you turn your ankles a certain way.
So you think that's what's doing it?
No, but they wanted to see if my cleats were loose. But it turns out my cleats weren't loose. Then it turns out that the seat had to be, they had to take a special wire and a piece of metal and measure the distance from your knee to your toes and make sure that your knee is passing over your toes properly. So therefore they had to move the seat back.
Oh, boy.
And the seat had to be raised. And then it was a whole thing. And then pedaling has to be done a certain way with the pedals down and the...
When you want to go somewhere, get in a car.
I know.
So your ankles didn't get hurt when you fell off?
No.
No, they were hurting before he fell.
Yeah, no, they were hurting from the way the guy explained it to me. If you walked like Groucho Marx all day, you remember how Groucho used to walk in that duck walk?
Stretched away.
Right.
Because to say you were riding and you were doing 30, 60, 90 miles in 3 days.
And you never felt it?
No, I don't feel it when I pedal. I just feel it afterwards, like at night.
Do you ice after?
Yeah, now I do. I just want to go for a bike ride. I don't really want to...
What do you need to get in an ice bath after?
Yeah, I don't have time. Because you said, well, maybe you ought to soak the foot in the pool and then do ice. And I was like...
Every time you do something, you get into it like you're going to make a living at it.
I know.
What does ice mean? You got to actually soak your feet in ice?
Yeah, because it supposedly takes the swelling down. And it's like, who
what
wants
are you swelling?
I mean, who has time for that nonsense? This is not my profession. I'm not a professional bike rider.
No. So you shouldn't have experts coming to check out your form.
Well, I did learn.
What?
I learned a lot of cool stuff. How to take turns and all that kind of stuff. How to grip the road, all that.
Yeah, and what are you going to do with this incredible knowledge?
Yeah, I know. Isn't it stupid? It's not like I'm going to do the Tour de France. These guys lived it.
I know. And that's who they should be with, guys who are on the Tour de France.
I was with Mike Frazee, who is...
You're on the Tour of Long Island.
Who's a professional coach, and then I was with Bike Michelle. Yeah, and her fiancé, Alan.
You're on the Tour of Bayville.
Yeah. I'm out for a pleasure cruise. That's what I was trying to tell these guys. Because they had me passing them in traffic, and I was like, guys, I don't want to ride side by side. They go, well, when you ride side by side, you got to, what if someone tries to bump you? I said, listen, I'm not in a race.
You're not going to be racing.
No one's going to bump me. I'm in the Tour de driveway. I go up and down my driveway. That's where I go.
The Tour de Stern.
Yeah, Tour de Stern. It's a whole different way of ride. You guys don't understand. I just want to, do a nice pedal through the park. But they complicated bike riding. They made it with shoes.
Now you need to go to school.
You do. You have to go to clinics. You have to go to clinics. And now your ankles are... I never had an ankle problem. I used to ride a bike every day. In fact, I used to ride my mountain bike every day. It had regular pedals.
Yeah, this is even recently. You've been riding the mountain bike the last
for 2 years.
And never had a problem.
No.
All of a sudden...
Now that I'm a racer...
Yeah, now you got doctors, you got experts and coaches.
Yeah, everyone's telling me I should maybe go see an orthopedist. I don't want to see an orthopedist. I don't want to be involved with doctors.
Next thing you know, you'll be having operations so you can fit this bike.
Yeah, right. I'll have to have my ankles realigned so they fit biking.
Oh.
I don't want to deal with it. I don't want it. I don't need it. I want to go for a bike ride.
I got to get new pants.
Well, I'll go home with going.
Yeah. It is. It's a homogilla. Homogilla. Yeah, so it's like really dumb, my new activity, but...
Are you still having fun at it?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's fun. I mean, but I don't... First of all, I don't have time to do it because now it's like you need 2 hours. And then...
to get into the get-up.
Yeah, right. Just get your cleats on. It takes me an hour.
Does this happen to Dan or anybody else? Do they get these ankle things?
Well, they claim that these experts... Well, Dan hasn't gotten the pedals yet and everything, the whole gear.
Oh.
Did Fred's ankles ever hurt when he...
Did you ever get any of that?
No, I never had the ankle problem.
Your seat was probably up high enough.
Yeah. They were pretty good.
Yeah.
I never had a problem with my lower.
Man, I don't know why they kept my seat low. I think I was afraid because I was clipped in. It's a really weird feeling.
It's pretty scary when you get real high up.
Yeah.
But couldn't your ankles hurt from going too far too quickly?
Nah, they said that's not the problem. You know.
Usually not your ankles that are working.
It'd be your knees.
Yeah.
You know. I don't have any knee problem. That's next.
It'll work its way up.
Yeah, it's working its way up.
Your legs are going to fall off.
Yeah.
And your hip will pop out.
And they were telling me how everyone isn't running anymore. They're biking because biking, isn't hard on the joints. I go, all I know is I used to run every day. I never had a problem like this.
You never had to have a coach run with you?
No, I just got out and ran.
Never had to take a clinic?
Yeah, stupid me. Yeah, it's weird.
But you're also doing a lot of miles.
Yeah, I guess. But even they said that's not...
more than mountain biking.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Save me a bed next to Christopher Reeve. and check in. And check in with Chris.
You'll be jumping things with the bike.
Yeah, that's my next move. I'm working on steeplechase biking. Yeah.
It'll be his new expertise.
I need to... You don't know how many people I know who are going to take horseback riding lessons?
Uh-huh.
Who have now canceled? You have no idea how many. That's got to be killing that industry.
Oh, man.
Well, I'll have to go sign up. So
yeah.
Stem that tide.
Yeah, you can become the national spokesperson for horseback riding.
Safety and horseback riding.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what his horse's name was?
What was his horse's name?
Kryptonite.
No.
Was it really? I believe that. Stupid. Yeah, on hard copy, I think tonight they're going to have pictures of videotape of Christopher Reeve. Christopher Reeve's a celebrity, so all these idiots who go to these horseback shows...
They tape him.
They tape him. So they've got tons of tape of Christopher Reeve running around on horses.
And they're going to have him talking about his love of steeplechase.
Yeah.
They now, from steeplechase to today, I hear that he's very happy that they could roll up the head of his bed.
Yeah. Great. Now his sport is rolling up the bed. What?
EJ.
Yeah. His sport now is cranking the bed up.
That's as much as he can do.
Yeah. I'm surprised they don't have a camera shoot of the accident, though. Because, all these yahoos take pictures the whole time.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Yeah. I guess they were so sick of seeing him that they didn't take pictures of him anymore.
It wasn't even special to have him there.
Hey, isn't that Superman? They go, yeah, he's here at all these stupid events.
It's so funny because they, at the end of, hard copy, they run those little listener things where people call in their comments.
I just want to say to Christopher Reeve and all of his friends, we're praying for you and all of yours.
Right.
Yeah.
And then one woman said something like, it's not just because he's Superman.
Yeah. They're idiots.
I don't care anyway.
They shouldn't let those morons on the air. The people who watch hard copy, the ones who actually phone in.
Yeah.
I'm not praying for him just because he's Superman. It's like, lady, he's not Superman.
Not Superman at all.
Obviously, he's not. Guy can't even move his head. Superman.
I love that stuff.
I'm not praying for him just because he's Superman. I just love him. Man. They got to put OJ on that horse. Let him do some steeplechase.
It's the only way we're going to get him.
I know. It's impossible to get him. He did a crying routine in court yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see it. Did you see it?
I didn't see it either.
Yeah.
I've been hearing about it, though.
They say he managed to squeeze out a tear.
It was very funny. Somebody, the other day, when the big debate was going on as to whether he could stay and have permission to leave if he needed to leave.
When the pictures were shown.
The big debate was whether he should have to go and not look at him at all or stay. And one of the experts said, well, he's not a very good actor anyway. I don't know what the prosecution's worried about.
Yeah, right. I mean, he's going to get up and storm out of the courtroom.
I don't think he could be very good in the court if he hasn't been good on film.
They said he managed to squeeze a tear out, but it wasn't easy for him. It happened.
Worked on it all afternoon, huh?
Yeah.
Today he'll be in there with tweezers. He didn't even know.
Yeah. Johnny Cochran's a better actor. But, If they managed to get a tear out of OJ, I'm sure there was a bear trap on his foot. You know? But one of the jurors started weeping uncontrollably because it's pretty frightening to see somebody's head so cut off that you can see the spine.
But they also said that Judge Ito made a mistake last week when he gave instructions to the jury that if they needed time, you know, because these pictures were going to be really gruesome and sickening, you're not supposed to position things for the jury that way. You let them make their own determination, and if there's a problem, then you deal with it.
Yeah, they start puking, you take a break.
But he's foreshadowing the whole thing. You're supposed to get sick of these pictures.
Well, you know, he's the master of ceremonies.
I guess.
Yeah, he's so worried. He's a nut. He's the worst judge in the world.
He's like you know what he should be doing? Daycare.
Yeah, but they're gonna, when history is written, Judge Ito will go down as the worst judge ever.
He should be in a daycare center taking care of children.
Yeah, that's what he's good at.
That's what he seems to be good at.
We got to take a break. We're going to come back, and we're going to find out what happened when Fred walked off the show yesterday.
I was shocked to see Fred here today.
Yeah, well, I knew he was coming, and I ended up speaking to Fred last night.
How did that happen?
Well, I'm going to give you the whole story. I'll give you the whole story, and as everyone knows, Fred, much in the fashion of Robin, who walked off the show, Fred now walked off the show. And Fred kept walking. Yeah,
Fred didn't stop. I know where the door is. Fred
Let's be honest. Jackie was the first one to ever walk off the show.
That's true, and he stayed away for a whole day.
Yeah. He needed a personal day. And Robin then walked off the show recently, this week.
Only for a few minutes.
And then managed to come back, to compose herself and then come back. She needed a little rest. And Fred, we've yet to unveil the mystery of Fred.
Yeah. But
I'll tell you what happened when we get back.
I think that Fred was just trying to reclaim the #1 spot as the wackiest person on the show.
I can't do that. I've seen your book.
Let's come back and I'll tell you what I know.
All right.
I'll tell you what I know to be true.
Okay.
All right, right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. More after this. We're back with The Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
I've got a lot to get to this morning, so I'll give it to you quick.
Who's this?
I don't know.
9 Inch Nails.
I thought it was. Yeah.
I don't know this album. This must be that first album. All right, so you know you like these guys.
I like some of their stuff, not all of them.
All right, you assume you like it all.
They're good.
The whole album is good.
When they're bad,
no, they're not bad. Here's somebody says, "Hey, Howard, you stupid son of a bitch. You don't need all that crap to ride your bike. I've been riding 40 miles a day for 5 years. I ride in a pair of shorts and a T-shirt and an old mountain bike. Blow off those idiots and just ride." Maybe they got a point. I don't know.
I mean, what is the objective you're going for here?
I don't know. Here's a big headline in the newspaper. Jon Stewart show canceled. It's the big headline today. The ecstasy. Yeah. Like he was going to win over somebody. Now to Fred. Fred walked off the show yesterday, and here's what happened as far as I can tell. As you know, Fred, we were in the middle of a commercial.
Yes.
And whenever I do the Iowa Mini System commercial, Fred yells out, Mini System.
Okay.
You know, he always does that. Yeah. So it was getting on my nerves, and I said, Fred, don't do it anymore. Don't yell out Mini System. It's hard enough to get through these commercials. So he says, oh, yeah? Well, I'm just doing it because I'm tired.
Well, I was trying to make a joke.
Right, you were making a joke about... Robin stormed up the show because she was tired.
Right.
She goes, I'm tired. So that was pretty funny. And Fred saying I'm tired was funny.
Right, and so somebody said, well, if you're so tired...
I said it. I said, if you're so tired, why don't you leave? So Fred goes, okay. He picks up his bag and he walks out. Now, the appropriate thing to do would have been to go into the bathroom.
Right.
And, you know, wait 2 minutes and then come back.
Or even pretend that you're leaving,
yeah.
You know, and walk out the door.
Right, and then say, hey, how long do I want to carry this on?
Yeah.
Or to really leave if you're pissed. Now, Fred to me, Fred was probably a little pissed, because sometimes he gets angry, because sometimes I let Billy say whatever he wants, and I know Fred's like, oh, what's the matter? Can't I say what I want?
Yeah, I had a great debate going on in my head last night as to whether Fred was really pissed. Or
he was a little pissed.
Was a joke.
I wish I was there.
He was a little pissed. And stop debating in your head, because you know what that leads to.
Running war zone.
Yeah, mental illness.
People in here, I can have a great debate.
Running on your face, painting.
Yeah, you know, last time you started debating, you led to a whole book.
I ran on your face.
Right. So, anyway, so Fred was like a little miffed, but he thought, hey, screw it. I'm a man of my word. You know, I'm going to leave. And he left. Once he left, he felt really stupid.
I would imagine.
Because, number one, as even Ralph said to me this morning, it wasn't even funny.
It was stupid enough sitting in my office. So
yeah, right. I mean, weren't you embarrassed after you left and now you had to work your way back into the show?
Right, yeah. Then you got to figure out how to get back in.
Yeah, and I knew that was going on. I said, oh, look what Robin did now. She got up and left, and now she's got to work her way back onto the show. And that's worse, because you're embarrassed.
And you got to take the heat of everything you just said.
And you feel stupid.
Right, it was dumb.
So Fred evidently went home yesterday and felt real stupid. Now, I had forgotten that Fred walked off the show because I was busy trying to rehabilitate my ankle. So
you were caught up in your ankle last
night. I come back to my house, and there's 30 messages on my door because I taped the messages to my door. Laura, my assistant, tapes them to the door, and it says, you know, here we got $10 million worth of computer equipment, but we tape stuff to the door.
Bill with the paper.
It's the only way it works for me. I got to have pieces of paper. So taped to the door is message from Gary. Howard, what the hell's going on with Fred? I tried to call him. What's really going on? Give me the scoop.
Oh, so Gary couldn't get a hold of him?
No one could. Everyone tried, and I had, quite frankly, forgotten about it. I just figured Fred would show up today or not show up today.
Well, I have to admit, it occurred to me a couple of times to call Fred to see what was going on, but I got too busy.
Okay. So then I was talking to our agent, who was also Fred's agent, and he goes, what's going on with Fred?
Because I talked to him.
Yeah, so Robin evidently talked to Don, our agent. And I said, well, I normally wouldn't talk to you about it, and Robin probably wouldn't either, but she saw you, so...
Yeah, I just happened to be in the office, and it had just happened.
Yeah, so I said, look, I don't know what's going on, and evidently Fred had talked to... Fred, you spoke to our agent?
Yes.
Yeah, and so evidently Fred must have been embarrassed.
Because I was calling him. Actually, he must have just spoken to Robin, because I was calling him.
Right. So evidently, this was all going on, and like...
Simultaneously.
And I just said, I said, maybe I'll call Fred up, because you know what? He's probably feeling like a real jerk. He probably feels like an imbecile for what he did. Because this is what it was sounding like to me. I was trying to read between the lines here, and it seems like Fred was feeling stupid because he walked off the show.
A little stupid.
And when he walked off, quite frankly, I got pissed off yesterday because, hey, here's the news. Fred's supposed to play sound effects. You know, despite kidding Fred around, he has a function on the show. And he's supposed to do his function, and he's decided now he's going to take matters into his own hands and walk off the show. And Chiasano was mad.
Yeah.
I got Tom over. Tom didn't know whether to be mad or not, but I told Tom to be mad, and Tom started getting mad. Tom goes, well, what do you think of this Fred leaving? I go, I'll tell you what I think. I think it's bull. I don't like it. And then Tom was like, ballistic. I said, I think you ought to speak to Fred about it. And then Tom was like, really? Okay, I'll speak to him. I'm mad, too.
Yeah, all of a sudden he had a function.
Yeah. Then I was goofing, but I realized that, hey, Tom probably did call Fred, and now Fred was really in a panic.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Tom called Fred.
Yeah, I had to talk to him.
Because Tom now had a whole bunch of messages on my door. You better call me about Fred. So I said, uh-oh. Fred's in a panic. And I know Fred, when he gets nervous, he's like a dog.
He goes to the mattresses.
Yeah.
I go in the closet and hide in the shoes.
Right. That's what happened.
Kid take a hit on the nose.
So at this point, I had said to myself when I was speaking to my agent that I would probably call Fred, but then I was kind of like, so I'll just see him tomorrow. I'm sure he's okay. But then when I spoke to Tom, I realized Fred's got to be in a panic.
Oof.
He's got to be a nervous wreck because he's spoken to Tom, and Tom has told him that he thought it was bull.
What did Tom say? I can't even imagine.
What did Tom say to you, Fred? Well, I know you were feeling real dumb at this point because you said, I think you felt, hey, this has gotten out of hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
First thing I did was I threw myself on the mercy of the court, and I said to Tom, immediately as soon as he answered, I go, Tom, I apologize. It was very unprofessional, and I'm sorry.
Right.
And he said, apology accepted.
Well, what was going through your mind? You left here.
Yeah.
What was the deal? Were you angry?
I was a little miffed.
Yeah, he was. He was miffed. I knew he was miffed. Yeah. There was some truth in there.
Of course. But you take that little bit of truth.
Yeah, what are you angry about?
You take a little bit of that truth. Who knows?
I think it's that whole thing between him and Billy, because they're both voice guys, and Billy sometimes gets a little more leeway.
You know what I think? I think Fred was really tired.
Yeah. Were you tired, Fred?
No, I wasn't.
Maybe you were tired. You know, seriously.
As wacky as he is, he knows that that's no excuse.
I'd love to use that excuse.
Meanwhile, as soon as Fred left, we got about 550 faxes from people who wanted to replace Fred.
The phone went crazy.
Yeah.
In fact, you have a fax in front of you for a guy who wants Fred's job. He's applying.
Yeah. And the thing is that, you know, Fred, you can't be so damn insecure. I mean, just because they give Billy more carte blanche with the voices, you get carte blanche with the writing and the sounds and everything else. Right. It's just, you know, and he's here 3 days a week, you're here 5.
No.
You really think it's a Billy thing?
It was a little of everything. I don't know.
I think what it was yesterday was just one of those things where I was just doing the same silly crap that I usually do.
Right.
And
all right, so I had to find a quick way to tell you.
Got a little annoyed.
Right.
And I'm going like, okay, let's make a joke out of it. And you seem to get more annoyed. And then I tried to make another joke out of it, and then Robin piled on. And it was like,
did Robin pile on? I don't recall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What did she say?
Well, I was the one who told him to leave, actually. And
were you?
Yeah, go ahead and leave.
Oh.
There you go. So,
and then you left.
And then I left.
And then how soon after you left did you feel stupid for leaving?
About 10 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
That usually you're at the elevator and you don't know what to do.
Yeah, now it's like, hey, I can't be I just said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to be a big shot here. I said, Fred put himself in a position. Fred's a real fan of the show. Fred's loyal to the show. Nobody loves the show more than Fred.
Absolutely.
So I just said, you know what? He's probably feeling like a real douche.
Yeah.
And since he's not man enough to call me, which he was supposed to, you know, everyone had recommended that he call me, and since he's not man enough.
Still didn't call?
Yeah, of course not, because he can't confront reality. He's from Mars.
I'm
shocked. There you go.
But,
so I said, you know what? Let me call. I said, let me calm the guy down. Let me be a human being. Because the guy's going to be a mess. Yeah, I know you did. And then I called up and I got your wife on the phone. I said, let me speak to that kook.
What did he have to tell her? I would have loved to have been at your house yesterday.
Yeah.
He had to tell his wife what he did.
I don't know. Did you tell your wife what you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she fell on the floor and then I picked her up.
Right.
Luckily she wasn't home.
At what point, like, when you stood up, had you planned on leaving for home when you stood up, or were you just going to the bathroom, or?
No, I was just going to pick up my bag and just start walking, and nobody seemed to stop me, so I kept going.
By the way, we ate your food.
Well, that's good. I hated to see it go to waste.
We ate your power bar, and that was pretty good. You got another one?
I might.
No, that's all right.
I got rice cake.
So I called up Fred, and I just said, Fred.
Now, what time of the afternoon is this?
This was 7 o'clock at night, because I had just gotten in. I was out, and then I had to go make a bunch of phone calls. There was a whole bunch of things going on. I was on the phone to Hollywood. I had business to take care of. I really did.
And then you had to deal with Fred.
And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, the Fred thing. And I said, you know what? I'm really tired. I'm going to go take a shower and go to bed. And then I said, well, hey, you know, the guy's going to be uncomfortable the whole night. What does he need to be uncomfortable for? So I figured.
He's such a sweetheart.
Yeah, I felt bad for the guy. You know what I mean?
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I called him up and I said, Fred, you kook. What are you doing? So
what did he say to you?
He goes, oh, I don't know what I did. I said, you know what? Let's not have a conversation about this. Let's just forget about it and, you know, feel comfortable to come in tomorrow.
Would you have felt uncomfortable coming in today if he had called? What would you have done?
Well, what would I thought you were talking to Howard.
No, you.
What would I have done?
Were you coming in?
I was coming in.
No, he was coming in.
Oh, yeah,
I got the impression he was coming in.
Tom told me to come in.
Right. So my life yesterday is bad ankles, Hollywood, and babysitting Fred. So that was the Fred story.
There you go.
You know, and I know I could have been a real dick about it, and you know, I could have carried on and told him how unprofessional I thought it was and all of that.
Oh, but that wouldn't have been fair.
But yeah, who cares? I mean, I don't, you know, really, you know, I'm not going to get into that with anybody. I really just don't want to get into it.
Well, that's why I was saying it wouldn't have been fair. You never got into it with me. How could you get into it with me?
Yeah. I mean, I don't even want to deal with any of that reality of people's problems and stuff. I'm not a problem solver. I say everyone deal with Tom.
And I usually don't come to you with those.
Right. Deal with Tom. So that's why I say even Jackie leaves the show, Robin, Fred.
We never know if Jackie's coming back.
Right.
We think he's gone, then he shows up.
Right.
That's always
so from now on, everyone deal with Tom. That's his job. He's in management. I'm not. Funniest thing was as soon as Fred left, Billy took Fred's seat and sat in it for the last hour of the show.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he didn't know what cards to put.
Yeah,
didn't know anything
I was training him.
There you go.
Fred, man, don't do that again.
Okay.
People were jumping in that seat faster than you know.
I tell you.
Yeah. Billy's looking for 5 days a week.
He's always been a bloodsucker.
Actually, Howard came up with a name right away of who to call. I hate to tell you that, but he was right away going, oh, he doesn't want this job, fine.
Who is it?
Well, it was Cronin.
Cronin?
Yeah.
You got to be kidding.
I like him.
Okay.
Hey, he's not you, but I like him.
You're entitled.
I'd rather have you, but if I can't have you, I'll have to just go to someone else.
If you got to go with Cronin, go with Cronin.
Yeah. Poor Cronin turned around in Kansas last night around 11 o'clock when he found out you were coming in. Yeah. He already packed from California. He was here.
Sorry, Mark.
Yeah. Sorry, Mark. Fred wants his job back. Cronin. Yeah. Well, there it is. That's the story of Fred.
Woo, Fred.
And here's a fax I received. Is frightening Fred out of his freaking mind or what? What's going on? There must be a virus loose in the studio or something. First, Robin storms out of the studio, then Fred leaves his duties for reasons known only to him. When am I going to see someone that I can't stand storm out of the studio like Ralph and never return? Yeah, that we don't have.
That's never going to happen.
No. Guess I spoke too soon when I said yesterday that Fred's dormant. Should have known it wouldn't last.
So this was the guy that pushed me over the edge.
I think he left to blow up a federal building or something. Fred's behavior is more frightening than the Nicole Simpson, Ron Goldman autopsies could ever be. He gave douche chills to a parking meter with his moods. Somehow Siobhan seems more stable. I'd do anything for Fred's job, anything. I'd brush Fa-Fa-Foey's teeth with my fingers. I'd wash the joke man's feet with my hair. I'd French kiss that yenta Cindy Adams and that cow Liz Smith. If I was 9-inch Norris, I'd chain myself to the cart machines and never leave Madison Avenue. She's got the best job on earth outside of Robin, that is. By the way, Robin, I'd like to take this time to tell you that you did surpass Fred in the frightening genre, only for a little while, though. Fred reclaimed his crown in record time. Oh, what a surprise.
When the challenge is issued.
I'd like to apply for Fred's job. Here's what I can do. I can pouch my food when I eat, or at least I'm willing to learn. I can also pour syrup on my waffles and only eat the parts where the syrup fell onto. Need I go on?
You see, I innovated all this.
Yeah. I can also not play the sound effects during appropriate times and demand that people stay the hell away from my bag-o tricks.
But you got to know when to do it.
Yeah. And I can also write an occasional bit or two. This guy thinks he can blend right into the K-Rock family. By the way, Jackie's overdoing quitting the show for a day, isn't he? That's from King of All Polacs.
It's not November yet.
Yeah. Well, there it is.
I don't know. Did Tom have a closed-door meeting with Jackie yesterday?
I don't know. Was that going on? Jackie probably looking for Fred's salary as soon as he quit.
I know. I was waiting for someone.
I got to do twice the work now.
He wouldn't budge.
Was Jackie in a closed-door meeting?
I don't know. I saw the Jokeland room door close for a second after Tom went in, and I didn't know whether Jackie was in there or not.
Is that right, Jack?
He just asked me real quick, was this some kind of bit? And I said, not if it is.
Tom, the investigator. I see.
I did see that go on. I didn't know what was happening.
You know, Tom had already discussed it with me. I informed him it wasn't a bit. So then he goes to Jackie. Has to.
Well, I'm sure it was before that. I think it was.
I see. Tom, the investigative reporter. Tom is so involved in this show. It's just so great to have all of his help. I can't tell you.
No, we just kind of met in the hall.
Yeah, I can't tell you what a wonderful man he is. He just can't keep his mouth shut. He just can't do it. As much as I begged him to act like he's not even here, he can't.
He gets involved.
He gets involved.
Well, when I talked to him, it seemed like he wasn't.
That's like yesterday. I had another upsetting thing happen. I mean, after I get off the air, there's a whole show going on. I wish I could bring the cameras around with me. You should just see the show that goes on. That's more interesting than what goes on the air. I'm sitting there, and Gary tells me that one of our affiliates, one of the stations that carry us, has decided to, you know when we come back from commercial and it goes, well, you're back with the Howard Stern Show, we have the music playing?
Yeah.
One of our affiliates, the San Diego station, decided to not play those. They cut their own.
So what did they do?
Well, I blew my stack. I said, wait a second. What are you telling me? The program director actually goes to the trouble of cutting out our IDs. You know, where the deep voice guy comes on and goes, you're back with the Howard Stern Show, and then like 9 Inch Nails plays or something. He decided, took it upon himself to cut that out and change the show to his liking. Wow. So, now, this guy's got 20 hours to worry about that I'm not on. And he decided, so we called up, and I was in a fit. I wanted to take a hammer to the guy's head. I wanted to take an OJ knife out. This is the show. This is the package you buy.
Why would you do that?
Yeah. Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
So Gary evidently called the guy with me not in the room. And there was a whole bunch of calls made. And it turned out that the program director decided that he doesn't like that guy's voice because it's a typical deep voice. It's a top 40 voice. The deep voice.
He doesn't think it fits the format.
Yeah, he doesn't think it fits the format of our show.
But he does like the music.
Yeah, good. That's good. And can you imagine?
Science to this?
Can you imagine? And you're sitting and listening to this and going, oh, my God, this is like every moron that I've ever had to deal with in my career.
Yeah, there are certain voices.
Format. They think they know what's good for this show better than I do.
This show has no format.
And imagine the trouble you have to go to cut out our IDs and insert these new IDs. Where's his IDs? Why don't they send me those so I can hear his?
He's sending them.
Yeah, good. But I want to hear those.
I spoke to the general manager yesterday. He was going to look into it.
He's going to look into it.
Do it though.
Why would you wait? I would fire the program director. I would fire the program director.
But we talk over some of that music.
Well, he probably edits that out as well. I mean, everyone decides that they're going to be involved with the success of the Howard Stern Show or the failure of the Howard Stern Show. And we try to tell them, stay away from the Howard Stern Show. Don't do local weather. Don't do local news. Don't do local. Just play the show the way it airs. Oh, no, you don't understand. We don't think that deep voice guy fits. Yeah, well, that's part of the joke. We don't think it fits either.
It's a weird voice.
Yeah, we like it. And if we like it, my audience likes it. And I know more about radio, at least when it comes to this show, than any program director in the world knows. I'm the program director of this show. I am the genius of me.
Oh.
All right? Whatever it is, that's the show you buy. If you didn't like the deep voice guy, don't buy the show. So in San Diego, evidently, they're busy re-editing this show or editing the show and getting in this special announcer of theirs that they think fits.
I can't wait to hear what they fit in there.
Well, you got to wait to hear to see how much this guy concentrated on this and how he thinks that's going to affect the ratings of the show. This is what's wrong with program directors. They know zero, squat.
He wasn't the only guy doing it, you know. I got another city.
Really?
But the other city, when I called them, they were like, okay, we'll go back to what you guys said.
Why would they do that? Why would they keep that from me? Why don't they discuss it with me if they have a problem? Why would they lie? Why are they such morons? They read my book, make every program director read my book, and see how stupid they look. You know, that's like, I wrote 20 different examples of my career of program directors who behave like morons and why they're stupid. And then the new generation of program directors is the same as the last generation of program directors. They're all moronic.
Because to get involved with such a small part of it.
Well, they're going to be involved in some way so that if when the show takes up, they go, I helped them out. I reformatted it a little bit to my liking.
Well, I think you have a really good point there. I think a lot of these program directors are sort of bummed out that for 4 hours or 5 hours every morning, they really don't have anything to do with what goes on their airwaves.
But here's the good news. They have 20 hours that they can be involved in. And usually the 20 hours they're involved in are the ones that can't get ratings.
Right. The 4 hours in the morning are usually the hardest. Now you've taken it away. They don't have to deal with it anymore.
And God forbid they have to go back to then running the 4 hours in the morning. You'll see what ratings they get. Get out of my freaking way. I don't want you touching the show. It's like saying, well, you don't like certain routines. You're going to edit them out. You can't do that. This is the show you're buying. Where do you see idiots like this? What country are they living in? Use your brain.
That's like somebody getting the Jerry Seinfeld show and deciding that they don't like his stand-up that week. And they cut that out and they put their own in.
Yeah, we got a local guy. We think he's a little better than Jerry, a little stronger. It fits the format.
We didn't really like the show, but we just don't like that part.
So moronic, I can't tell you. I mean, it's so embarrassing to tell you this story. And I've got to hear about it through some listener or the grapevine. We always get word somehow.
It's always a listener.
Yeah, it's never from the program director. They know they're doing wrong because otherwise they tell us. And they all want to think, hey, this is my airwaves and I'll do what I want. But that's not the concept. When you buy a syndicated program.
Control of you.
Yeah, they got to be involved somehow. Can you imagine, what is the name of the program director in San Diego and how old is he?
Hold on a second.
Yeah, give me his age, give me some stats, give me his phone number. Let's call him on the air. Let's ask him some questions. I want to know why he thinks he's smarter than I am.
Oh, he's at home probably.
I've done a lot in my career. I have won ratings in toilet bowls. I have taken stations from 0 to the top of the ratings heap. I want to know why he thinks he knows better than me.
But, it is sort of insidious. It's just putting his imprint on the program in some small way.
Yeah, I mean, a meaningless, stupid way. I mean, he might as well just cut our cable, like the guy in Cleveland, because he's doing as much damage to me. I just want to know the guy who thinks he's so damn friggin' intelligent. He's seen the success of this show, and now all of a sudden he's going to...
That's his name and home number.
Kevin Stapleford. Get him on the line and tell him I need to speak with him, because he's such a genius. I want to know what he's up to.
The other thing is that at the what would he say? I mean, suppose he had never done anything, but he was sitting there secretly feeling that this deep voice guy was the wrong guy, and our ratings didn't go up. Then he'd say, you know, Howard, what you need to do
is get rid of the deep voice guy. He's killing you. I mean, does anybody think a guy saying, you're back with the Howard Stern Show
means anything to the ratings?
Yeah. Guy's got a nice professional voice. He says it very well.
I love it.
Yeah.
And it's always inside things.
He always, and he always says goofy things.
Is he writing goofy things?
Yes. Oh, yeah, and writing his own goofy things.
Right.
Oh, my Lord of Lou.
I can't wait.
I want to read.
Kevin, it's Gary from Howard Stern's office. I know it's a little early in the morning. Do you have a moment? Could you come to the phone? Kevin?
He's talking to a machine.
Kevin?
Everybody with the machine.
Yes, Kevin, if you could call us back as soon as you get a chance, I'd do it.
Just keep talking into the machine. He'll pick up. Give him a chance.
Wake up. We know you're there.
Yeah, you can't hide.
You have nowhere else to go.
This is it. We've cornered you.
Yeah. We want you.
Kevin? I know it's 4 in the morning, but I'm sure you're up.
Why don't you call the station? I'm sure they have the tapes there that they can play for us.
Call us back, Kevin.
Kevin.
There's a name we know and love.
Yeah.
Many Kevins in our lives.
Let me take a break and see if I can't get somebody on the phone.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he wrote to put in the show.
Yeah, I want to hear how he's changing my show.
He's out in San Diego, funnier than you.
Yeah. Why don't I retire so he can entertain all of America? All right, we'll take a break and we'll be back right after this.
We'll be back with the Howard Stern Show. Don't go away. Howard, Harley, and Fuel Car. 97.1 The Eagle.
Look at that. Oh, man.
It's the soon-to-be-retired Howard Stern.
No, you like that.
Yeah, it's cool. Ralph, I spilled some water on the floor. Can you mop it up with your head?
Ralph has changed his look.
All right.
It's hard to look at him right now.
Yeah. So, here's a fax that you should hear. Continental Cablevision, which is in Westchester, New York, they run the E! channel. They advertise Howard Stern Show at 11 o'clock every night. You know how E! runs promos all day. And then at 11 o'clock when the show comes on, Continental Cablevision of Westchester blocks out the cable information and actually blocks out the show and runs cable information.
The signal is not there? You don't get the show?
No, you get a cable information. You get a cable guide.
Oh, so they just slap up...
Yeah. But evidently our show is not acceptable at 11 o'clock at night. What is it?
Well, Gary wanted me to let you know that he's still on the phone with the San Diego station.
Yeah.
They're just jerking him around.
Why?
He's been on the phone the whole break, and they're just like... They're screwing around with them.
Well, all right, so forget it. They're a bunch of jerks. And I don't want jerks sitting and writing material for my show and inserting it. Those are the same goofballs that are ruining my show.
But you see, that's what happens. Those guys have to answer to that program director.
Yeah, I know. And contractually, they're not even allowed to edit my show. They're not allowed to touch the show. And I don't know what they're doing. Don't touch the show, morons. Run the tape. How much more clear can I make it? Christ's sakes, people are stupid. As if, we're back with the Howard Stern Show. Whoever's voice that is going to make a difference in the ratings. Jesus Christ, use your brains. And let's see what you're doing with the rest of the station. Get some ratings there, and then maybe you'll have some credibility with me.
That was the age-old argument. Even the Incubus, you said, well, you just don't sound like the rest of the station.
Yeah, well, don't worry about the rest of the station. Don't worry
about the rest of the station. Don't worry about the show.
Weird people in San Diego.
What are they doing?
So I called up, and some guy answered the phone. I was asking for the morning show producer because you don't have his name and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were like, what? Who? So I guess they were yanking me around a little bit. So then the guy says, hey, I got to run the show. He put me on hold. Then I got hung up on.
Yeah.
Then I called back, and I was on hold through the whole break.
That's great.
And then he came back, and he says, I'm not coming on the air.
All right, do me a favor. Whenever they start calling us and asking for help, and when they need something, they need information, just hang up on them. When they need commercials recorded, hang up on them.
He says that we have to talk to management. He's not allowed to talk on the air. And I said, all we want to do is hear the bumpers that you guys have been playing.
Oh, play along. Oh, what are they doing over there? That they don't know. That they don't have a sense of humor about.
It's just very interesting also, the kind of... we worry about the way people treat people on the phones here.
Yeah.
They work with Gary.
It was really
hanging up on it.
It was really rude because when I called back, some other guy picked up the phone and I said, I need to speak to Drew. And he goes, he's on another phone. And I said, well, what can I do about getting to this one?
Good. All right. All right. Look, I don't have time to waste with that. Just make sure that that's not going on anymore.
Well, it's not definite. I'm waiting for the general manager to call me back. He said that
That's great.
He said, I'm not aware of every aspect that goes on in the station.
And this just drains me and just gets me sick of being in radio because I got to work with imbeciles. Just take care of it. Jesus Christ. Tell the general manager. I got to get guys in with brains who know what they're doing.
Everybody has to be gotten into line.
Yeah,
I don't want after
constant.
a month or two.
How much brains?
Doing things.
How much brains do you need to run the show? I'm dealing with 18 Tom Chiasanos in 18 different cities. I had to train him for 7 years, and I got to train every market we go into. Ay vey. And they're writing jokes for their announcers to read. I can imagine these jokes. Let me see.
I know the rest of the station must be hysterical.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's great. It must make me real funny. Thanks for helping me. Don't mess with the show. I put a lot of effort into this show. I put a lot of thought into what that deep voice announcer says. I put a lot of thought into every element of this program.
If they know so much about how to do morning radio, what'd they hire us for?
I don't know. They obviously didn't know how to do it because they were failing in the ratings, which is why they brought me in the first place. So if you were doing so great before me with your senses of humor, why would you now mess with my sense of humor? Oh, I can imagine what they're saying. I can imagine. It must be a laugh riot every time we come back. Oh, man. Maybe there's a listener who can call and tell me what they play.
Or maybe somebody's got it on tape. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice to hear.
Anyway, let me play a couple of phony phone calls, get my mind off this. This is from that genius, Ponce de la Phone. This guy is a phony phone call genius. Where are his tapes, Fa-Fa-Fo-He?
Right here, Wolf.
Yeah.
Ponce never comes on. He just likes to have his tapes played.
Yeah, he's not interested in being on the air with us.
I don't think we've ever spoken to him.
That's correct, Robin. Ponce de la Phone. Ponce de la Phone, a man who has really distinguished himself in the area of phony phone calls. This first one is, any introduction needed?
Yeah, he just talks about Robin.
I see. And where's this, a cable show?
Cable talk show.
Okay.
Let me get Rob in, and then we'll go to Michael. Oh. Rob? Rob?
I have been known for this laugh all of my life.
I think it's clown call. Thanks a lot for the laugh. Thanks a lot, one. We can laugh without you, buddy.
There you go. All right, there he is you calling in, Robin.
Now, these next two go together, Howard, and these are great.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good, yeah.
Yes.
He calls in on this night, and he pranks the guy, and the guy tells him that he is going to call the police and trace the phone call. That's the first call.
All right, say this again.
He calls in and pranks the guy, and the guy gets real upset.
Right.
Tells him that he's going to call the police and trace
Okay,
his
here
call.
we go.
Oh,
okay.
wonderful.
All right, let's hear this. This is the first setup.
You're on the Cable Talk program. Paul Stern here with you. What's on your mind?
Would you eat Howard Stern's toe cheese, or would you rather stick your head between Robin Quiver's breasts and go...
wait. Oh, boy. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? A Howard Stern caller. It's a Howard Stern caller. I'm sorry. We'll put him back on hold. David, could you ask line number 2, ask him if he has a sensible comment to make on tonight's edition of Cable Talk? Find out who this person is. Let him know if the police, the authorities, are actively tracing this call at this very moment. That's right. Let's bring in another call while the authorities are doing their job.
All right, so he says that the authorities are now tracing the call. You can't even get the authorities to come when Nicole is murdered.
You can't get the authorities on the phone.
Yeah, the authorities.
Okay, so now
we've heard other talk show guys try to claim that they're the authorities.
They think they're scaring 12-year-olds.
See, when you have a talk show, people are allowed to call in. The authorities can't control what you say. You see, in other words, it's a talk show. Just because the host doesn't like what the listener is saying, you can't call authorities.
I like that he has now his people getting on the line to call number 2 to make sure he has something sensible.
All right, so then what happens?
This is the following night.
Okay.
And a Los Angeles policeman calls in, but it's really a friend of Ponce's.
Okay.
All right, real quickly, how about it? You're on the air. Your name, please.
This is Officer Rosales.
Oh, Officer Rosales. Officer with which police department?
LAPD, Los Angeles Police Department.
All right.
Hollenbeck Division.
All right, good deal. Hollenbeck Division. You guys, of course, are known for eating up that Hollenbeck burrito.
Yeah, I thought I wasn't going to get my call through.
Oh, well, had I known we had an officer of the law on the line, I would have taken you, of course, immediately.
Well, I just wanted to make a comment.
All right, go for it.
Yesterday's taping, it was a young gentleman. I believe it was a young gentleman. He called regarding that I really don't remember the conversation, but I just remember the part where you had told that you were tracing the call. I just wanted you to know that is illegal to say that over.
Is it really?
Yes, it is, sir.
Oh, well, then I want to apologize. You know, I've been a listener to call-in programs for many, many years, and a lot of times the hosts will, when they get someone who says something profane, derogatory, that really can't be permitted over the air, a lot of the time the host or the hostess will actually say that in order to kind of discourage others from following online and creating the same type of controversy, they'll just say that your call is being traced. Now, if I actually said by the LAPD, I must actually bend over backwards to say that is not indeed the truth. Maybe it might be being traced by a member of our very own CRN staff. They're looking for that caller right now. Maybe they won't find him.
Right.
Probably not. But maybe I should then preface whenever I ever, if I ever do choose to say that certain line again, maybe I should actually make it qualify it a little bit better. Officer Mauricio?
No, this is Baba Booey.
Oh, boy. This is the problem with talk radio today. This is the problem with talk television today. We have people out there that don't take it seriously. We have people that like to play games with Larry King, people that like to pull pranks on Charles Grodin, people that think it's funny to play around.
Man, was he backpedaling.
Yeah. Officer, I'm so sorry. Officer, what is your name again? Officer Baba Booey. Oh, I see.
That was so fun. I mean, he was on the carpet.
Ponce de la Fon.
Sorry if I said that because, I've heard other talk show hosts and hostesses, when they have a problem with somebody who's being this or that, they say it, so I thought I'd say it, and if I said the LAPD, I'm really sorry. And
he did a big backpedal.
Ooh, that was funny.
Well, that was artwork.
Let me get Rob in, and then we'll go to Michael. Rob? Rob?
I have been known for this laugh all of my life.
Wow, call. Thanks a lot.
Very good. All right. There you go, Robin. Ponce de la Fon. I got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
Hi, this is Alec Baldwin, and you're listening to the show that I listen to every morning, Howard Stern. I love you, Howard.
97.1 The Eagle. Morning, pure rock all day.
Yeah.
97.1 The Eagle. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
Hello? What happened to the program director from San Diego? He was on the phone, but...
Gone?
Now he's gone. I don't know what happened there. I got Sandy Korn waiting to come in. She changed her name.
What is this new name?
Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Let me just see if I can get this program director on real quick. I want to find out what his deal is. Gary's working on it.
Sandy making her big move into the movies.
Yeah. She looks really good.
Did you ever think she'd get this far?
No. I thought she was washed up, quite frankly.
She reinvented herself.
This is, well, I don't know what's going on. We had the San Diego program director on, the one who's been creatively changing my show over the last couple of months.
Maybe in that break he figured out why we wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, probably. But so what?
He doesn't want to face it.
He should be proud of his decision. Can someone call me and tell me what's going on? Oh, wait, I think this is him. Is this Kevin? Kevin.
Hey.
Hey, man.
You guys hung up on me.
Sorry, we thought you hung up on us. Yeah, that's just our organization. Kevin is our program director in San Diego. Kevin, I got to tell you something. I was shocked. I was just talking it over with my audience. why would you take a portion of my show as innocuous as we're back with the Howard Stern show and take it upon yourself to edit it out and change it with your own announcer's voice and write your own jokes?
Write my own jokes?
Yeah, why would you write intros and outros for us? We don't ask you to do that.
I just thought that that announcer he sounds kind of cheesy. He sounds like a big generic radio voice.
Right, and that's what we like.
Oh.
That's what we wanted. Why would you buy our show? Now, obviously,
Did you think we couldn't get another announcer?
I mean, what is it?
I thought that you guys had an announcer in New York that fit the station.
Kevin, how old are you?
31.
Okay, let me tell you something. You got to be pretty impressed with my track record in radio, don't you?
Sure.
Okay. Why would you buy a show like ours and sit there and focus in on something as innocuous as the announcer coming back? I mean, focus in on that one little aspect of our show when you have 20 hours of programming the rest of the day. I mean, I know you're not running the #1 station, are you?
Not yet.
Not yet. Why don't you concentrate on the 20 hours that you have full control over and let me worry about the 4 hours? Because I'm pretty smart. I've got a pretty good track record running this show, don't you think?
Sure.
I mean, I've been pretty successful around the country with this program, even with that deep voice announcer. I would imagine it takes up a lot of time sitting and editing our show and editing out our announcer and putting in your own.
Yeah, but, we actually have to do some editing around the commercial breaks because we're cutting out your live spot.
Right, that's fine. But why would you then edit out...
In terms of why we are focusing on that one thing,
yes,
because we're already editing around that one thing anyway.
Right, and you're going to go, why wouldn't you call me and say we're going to ask of your program?
Well, what do you think of Chan?
I mean, I go to a lot of trouble to create, like, funny lines for him to say once in a while. I like the sound of his voice. I like the fact it's an old time. It's kind of, we goof on the voice.
Yeah.
You understand? Why would you buy a show like ours and then begin to change it? Why would you think that you are smarter than I am? Why would you possibly think that? Did you have a morning show before ours?
Yes, we
Okay,
did.
you did. How was that doing, that morning show? I assume it was doing badly because you brought us in.
Right, the rest of the station did great. Morning show stuff.
Right, so why wouldn't you allow me to do whatever it is I do for you?
To be honest with you, I just thought that the way those spot breaks were, since we had to cut stuff out anyway, we had to cut out your call letters in New York anyway.
No, don't think. Don't think. I'm asking you not to think for the 4 hours in the morning. I'm asking you to think about the rest of the day. I beg of you, just run the show. Don't whenever you go, hey, wouldn't it be great if we had a local traffic report or a local weather report or a local news guy to make a few jokes? Don't do it. Okay. And I'll promise you, the quicker you get back into my show the way I intended it to be, the better we're going to do. Give me my fair shot in San Diego, okay?
Sure, of course. But what bugs me a little bit, though, is that, I mean, this is something we did not think was a problem, and so I didn't think it was part of your show, so...
Of course it's part of my show. It says we're back with the Howard Stern Show, or it makes a funny joke, or we have a celebrity say something.
Right, but yesterday, or 2 days ago when Gary called me, I said, let me send you what we're actually doing so you know, and if I can get input from you... and
please, no. The reason you called is because we called first and said we found you out. We discovered what you were doing.
No, I'm saying Gary called us.
Yeah.
Gary called me, and I said, let me send you what we're doing, because I think what we're doing you won't have any problem with.
No.
And he said, fine, send what you're doing.
Because it's not Gary's job to chastise you. But do me a favor. Listen to me. Forget Gary. We've never talked directly.
No.
What I need you to do, because if you read... Have you ever read my book?
Yes.
You ever read about the program directors in my book? I bet you thought they were pretty dumb, right?
Yes.
All right. This is one of the dumber things I've heard.
Oh, come on.
No, this has got to be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. It's dumb. Why would you change that aspect of the show? Why would you put energy into that?
Why would you imagine that we couldn't have any announcer we wanted?
And wouldn't it be safe to say that I know what kind of announcer I should have?
Well, speaking of that, Howard, you know who's on the phone who's really angry?
Who?
Paul Turner.
The announcer.
Oh, he's so upset.
Paul, you there?
Hey, Howard.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's funny. And then when I do a bit with him on the air and I talk about how funny his voice is, he's got the big, deep voice, it won't make sense to the audience in San Diego. You'll have to edit that out as well. You follow what I'm saying, Kevin?
I follow what you're saying, and I don't mean to offend anybody. All I'm saying is that you're asking me why we did it.
All right, but Kevin, listen to me. There are going to be aspects of the show that you will not think are right. You know, when I was on in Washington, D.C., I used to have a program director tell me, don't eat your breakfast on the air because people won't listen. I said, well, you listened, didn't you? She goes, yes, I did, but no one else will. I said, how do you know that, you dumb ox?
Right.
And I used to fight with program directors, and I spent my whole life fighting, Kevin. I don't want to fight anymore.
I understand.
You got to trust me, even though you don't like it. I like it. And you got to go with what I like. I know it's hard sometimes.
You know, quite frankly, none of this sounds like the rest of your station.
Right.
So why would you change one little bit of it to try to make it sound like the rest of your station?
Yeah, why don't you cut out all the Fred parts?
That's not true, though, because a lot of what you guys do and the attitude you have is completely right for us.
Good.
And I think that that generic voice you have, to me, just sounds a little bit too generic.
It's not generic. See, you misunderstood.
Yeah, we like it.
Well, I understand.
And he's saying stuff that we write for him to say.
Right.
What does he mean by generic voice, by the way?
What's that, Paul?
Funny.
Yeah.
What does he mean by generic?
Well, first of all, Kevin doesn't know what's funny, or else Kevin would be doing my job and I'd be doing Kevin's job. Kevin really is not a funny guy. You listening to him on the phone, does this sound like a funny guy?
It's 4. You just woke me up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, I understand.
Funnier later?
So if I call you back in about 5 hours, will you be funny?
I'll be really funny.
Yeah, do me a favor, Kevin. I like you. You sound like a reasonable man. Yeah. Very intelligent.
Thank you.
I need you to leave the show alone.
I understand that.
I need it very badly because as it is, I have to get out. You understand? I'm trying desperately to find a reason to stay in.
We're trying to keep you in radio, and Kevin's trying to get you out of it.
Right.
Yeah, and now you found me out. That was my ulterior
Please,
motive.
Kevin, you know what? You've got so many responsibilities and so much to worry about. It's a responsible job you have. You are running a radio station 24 hours a day. You got weekenders. You got a whole bunch of people that you can influence with your brilliance. You are brilliant. Obviously, this short conversation, I have realized that you might be the smartest program director I've ever talked to.
Do you mean that?
Yes, I absolutely do. And I must tell you that when you give your advice to a lot of these young disc jockeys coming up, it probably really helps them.
Thanks, Howard.
But you got to go with me for this dopey 4 hours, okay? Let me be the program director of this 4 hours, okay? You be the program director of all the rest.
We can be a team.
Yeah, in a sense, we're a team. I'll do my thing, you do your thing, okay? And if you have any problems, you be sure to call me.
Okay.
All right, but don't change anything without calling.
You know, I did send you a bunch of CDs about a month ago.
Yes, thank you.
Isn't that nice?
That was very nice, Kevin. And Paul?
Hey, Kevin, you know, you can do some of the things that a lot of the other stations along the line do, like the Eagle in Dallas, for instance. Call me, and if you need some different stuff cut.
No. The Eagle in Dallas does that, Paul?
Well, they have me do, I'm also the voice of their station, coincidentally.
Oh, I see.
Right. So if you need some, not different intros.
No, but don't do any, no, hold it. Let's stop for a second here. Paul
now,
and
Paul's
Kevin.
Trying to take over.
No, Paul, listen to me. If anybody calls you and says they want special intros during my program.
I call you first.
Call me first. Please, everybody, let's get it to you.
This is the clearinghouse right here. Don't bypass.
You're confusing the stupid program director now.
Yeah, please, everybody, just calm down. No, I don't care what you guys do, the rest of the station. During my show, it is exactly what I want. I am the Fuhrer of this program. I am the Ubermaster.
The Ubermaster?
Yeah, I am the man who calls the shots on this show. I want Paul Turner reading what I tell him to read.
Exactly.
Just the way he does.
Yeah.
His own inimitable, generic way.
Okay, Kev, we're straight?
If you're the Ubermaster, what's Robin?
She is the Uber mistress.
Okay.
All right?
Excellent.
All right, everybody, if you feel like you got an urge to change something, don't do it.
Fight the urge?
Fight the urge, Kevin. And believe me, you are
Call
probably...
us, we'll talk you down. It's like one of those 12-step programs.
Kevin, you're probably the smartest program director in the country. But this is one area where you're not really... You're probably very qualified, and I'll probably fail because Paul Turner's voice is on my show. But let me fail on my own, okay? Imagine concentrating on that aspect of the program.
We're going down with Paul.
But we're doing so well so far.
Good. Good. Okay, we got it, Kevin? When you have the urge to add things to the show or change things on the show, or maybe you think maybe we ought to slip a song in once in a while, or maybe have one of the local jocks come on and read the news, skip it. Please, I beg of you, and we'll do just fine. And I know what it is. You're sitting there going, hey, the show's doing well. I would like to somehow say...
This is, part of my job, 24 hours a day.
So that when you run into the other program directors, when you all get together in your coven, you could all sit there and go, ooh, guess what? In my San Diego, I helped Howard. I changed the Paul Turner voice to a voice that was more fitting.
Oh, I have input on that show.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what these guys say.
I don't hang out with other program directors.
Oh, you should, because all of them will teach you evil spells.
No, I agree with you.
You guys have been more responsible for people's mental psyches going out the window. If I still had to deal with program directors, my head would be spinning. I would not be in the business. I would have to get out. There was a point where I had to get out.
Right.
All right, Kevin. Listen. You critique the other announcers.
Okay.
Not Paul Turner. Thank you.
Okay.
Kevin, thank you. And Paul, thank you.
Love you, Howard.
Love you.
Love you, Howard.
All right. And you two make up, okay?
Love you, Paul. Love you, Kevin. All right.
Got it. Bye.
See ya.
This is what I deal with. This is what my day is involved with.
You're a lucky person to
Lucky man.
deal with all this.
Can I just say that this should be a lesson to every station?
No, you know what? This still won't be straightened out.
Well, because I know that I'm hearing that in one other market, something like this might be going on.
Where is that going on?
Well, a listener called, so I don't know that it's true, but a listener called and said it's going on in San Jose.
Great. That's Ron Nenny.
But I don't know that it's true. We have to check.
That's great. I wouldn't doubt it, because he is more of a genius than any program director, and he would know best what they should be doing. If it's going on in San Jose, as part of my new contract, I will beg the owner of the station to fire Ron Nenny. Because this is not the first time I've had problems with Ron Nenny. He's such a genius. The Poughkeepsie genius who went to San Jose to mastermind the creation of KOME. Nenny is so frighteningly close to Ninny, I can't even begin to tell you. Check out and see if Nenny is doing that. If not, then I take it.
And also, while we're at it, Albany, watch it.
Yeah, please.
Because your agent was in Albany the other day, and he called me, heard some weird stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm waiting for
What's
that.
going on there?
I don't know. He thought that they might have been playing some bits during the show.
Please, guys. You know, we're in a business where ratings count. You gotta listen to me on this. And general manager who are paying the bills and paying for this program, use your head, you nitwits. What are you listening to some punks for? You think I don't know what I'm doing? Believe me, when I went to Philadelphia, this all happened. When I went to Los Angeles, I used to call Andy every day. Oh, yeah. Andy, don't do it. Don't run the news. Don't do this. I mean, I can't take it. Just run the show. Is Sandy out there? How's she look?
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
and she's wearing a very, very, very sexy top.
Yeah. Well, you tell her the top's coming off. She's going to get in my lap, and I'm going to make out with her and get to third base.
Well, in the Playboy magazine, she says that you never got to check out her goods in person.
Yeah. You want to know something? I'm sick of her teasing me. If she comes in here, she better be prepared to put out.
Have we ever seen her naked?
No.
She comes out, right?
No. Yeah. Just tell her she's going to come in here, and I don't want to hear about Steven Seagal and a movie and all that crap. Tell her I want to be paid back for all the years I hung in there when she was fat. Now she's completely remade herself. She's gorgeous.
I don't even know this girl.
Yeah, and I want to do stuff to her. Tell her to think up things that she can do to me. We're playing Yellow Pages. My fingers are going to do the walking. I need to relax. And it's her job to relax me today. Let me take a quick break. Tell her a short break, and she thinks she can come in here and be prepared for some sexual activity, because that's what that body's built for. You don't have a Ferrari sitting in your driveway. You take it out for a spin.
Didn't she get married?
Yeah, but that's a sham, I think, that marriage. What is it, Ralph? Get out of here.
Sorry, I didn't ask if I could...
You're going to come in and tell me how beautiful she is?
She looks
all right,
incredible.
good. Get out.
Incredible.
Get out. I don't need you to tell me.
He's like the rubber stamp?
Yeah, you look like a ghost.
And she likes my hair.
Yeah, good. Yeah, she likes it. That's why she's going to marry you.
Anything.
I'm pretty sure that marriage is ridiculous.
Well, we'll find out all about it.
Yeah. Jackie, give me some of your finger cots. I'm going to need rubbers on my fingers for my exploration.
Can I watch?
Yeah, all right. Let's take a break, and then I'm going to have a little sex. I'm taking my pants off during this interview.
Is that right?
Yeah, so that she has access to my underpants right after this.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Stay right there.
Take a look at a picture.
The Howard Stern Show.
You're ready for her.
How do I look? Do I look handsome?
Yes, your hair looks good today.
Thanks.
Got your dark glasses on already.
Thank you, Robin.
Good luck.
I don't know how she did it, but here is, she used to be known as Sandy Von Buttcorn. That's what we used to call it. When Sandy first started coming on my show back when we had the Channel 9 show. Years ago she came in, and she actually snuck in with Amy Lynn.
Yes, she used to come in all the time with a bunch of different girls.
And the first time we had on, let me see, wow, now you look like Cindy Crawford. What did you do? Did you go to a doctor?
Yes.
We figured it out. You went to oh, man.
I think there's
a
fitness doctor in Hollywood.
What is this? Look how good you look. What did you do to yourself?
Hi, guys.
You bitch.
That voice hasn't changed.
No, that hasn't changed at all.
It is so nice to be back.
What do you smell like, cocoa?
Vanilla.
Oh, wow. Can I smell you?
Sure.
Come over here. Let me smell you. Come on. Come on. I stuck with you when you were fat.
I was never fat.
Oh, you were.
A little
She used to look like a linebacker. Come here. Now you're a piece of ass. Get over here. Look at you. Jesus Christ. What did you do? Make a deal with Satan? What the hell happened here? How did this happen?
I'm like, I've never been nervous here, and I'm like nervous.
What is this? My microphone
What did you do?
What?
I don't know, I just pulled a microphone out of the wall.
It's not even attached to anything anymore.
Did it break?
I think so.
No, that's
No, that's supposed to be attached.
Exactly, please.
that sticks.
Sandy, look what you did.
I'm sorry. I feel responsible.
I don't know, where does this go?
You know what?
That goes in the lower part, doesn't it?
Hold on.
This sounds like a lot of your other expeditions.
Fred, I'm glad you're here.
That's because the E show.
Last I heard, you left.
Man, look how tall you even got.
Well,
what
were
happened?
these because you like lace?
Yeah. Are you still married?
Yeah.
Is it working?
But you wait a second. Hold on a second.
Oh.
Is it working now?
Oh, no.
The microphone's broken.
A little bolt came out of here, Howard.
Oh, where's Scott? Yeah, screw the microphone.
All right, we'll do the show without a mic.
Yeah. Can somebody fix this? I'm about to make out with Sandy.
No, you're not.
And
Yes,
you can't
I
have your
am.
hands free.
You are going to be making out in 2 minutes. I don't care what you say.
I can't get out of here. They've locked me in, though.
What are you doing, Jackie? We're using Scotch tape now to fix the microphone.
There's 5 people now in there looking at the microphone stand.
Damn it, I got a girl, a hot girl who's been in Penthouse and Playboy.
Yeah, this is monumental.
This isn't going to work, but I don't care.
Up, it's hanging there now.
How's that? That's not
Will
gonna
you be
work.
able to move it?
No, but I don't care. All right, put my money away. Or if you want it, you can have it. What did you do to your breasts? Did you put implants in?
No, this is. I just wear push-up bra.
And what's underneath your dress? Panties?
Underwear.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Let me pull. Wait, before we hug, I want to pull my pants down. No, please,
He said he was
come
going
on.
to take his pants off.
Wait, I want to take my pants off. Wait a second.
Oh. What are you wearing under there?
I can't believe you really.
What does underwear look like, Sandy?
Jeez. Look, come on. What's the big deal? I've been working out. Come on. It doesn't look that bad. What do you think?
Wow.
Not bad. Come on. I had to pull my pants off for the hug. Come on.
Okay.
Come here.
Oh, you look crazy. See, I'm keeping my face over here. Okay.
Oh, you must be getting to her. Oh, my goodness, Howard.
I have a message.
What?
Wow. Wait a second. Let me pull my pants off. I'm a little excited. Was it that bad?
Well, no, it's
What
not
am I, that gross?
No.
I mean, why
wilting.
You didn't even kiss me really good.
Look, I'm married.
Oh, big deal. So am
Did you
I.
have a love scene with that Seagal guy?
No, we didn't do it.
I'm doing a movie that's bigger than that. I was thinking of
Really?
casting you as somebody
No,
in there, but
you
you
were
can't even
not.
say yes, I
You
was.
say that to every girl
No,
that
but
comes
I'm really thinking of casting.
Really?
Yeah, because you look really good and you're an actress.
He likes you.
But now I'm not doing it.
All right.
All right, go ahead, sit down.
Well,
You mind if I keep my pants off for the interview? All right. Why not? Because I can
What
rub
are
up
you
against the
wearing?
wood. I'm wearing nice underpants.
That is
Wood.
And I can rub up against
jeans
this.
down around his thighs.
Well, then I can rub up against the wood when I talk to her.
It's so crazy.
See if this will work. Got my microphone.
I am so happy to see all you guys.
Yeah, well, obviously we're pretty happy to see you, aren't we?
I really am. I listen to you every day out in L.A.
You don't think I could get splinters from rubbing up against this piece of wood with just my
I should
underpants
hope.
on?
I should hope.
Oh, man.
Have something to show for your efforts.
So let me just explain something to you. When Sandy used to come see us, she used to sneak in here. We didn't even want her in.
Until we found out she had a special talent.
Well, no. What happened is, let me explain Sandy's history.
Please.
All right. Sandy used to sneak in with all the other penthouse broads.
Right.
And Sandy was like, wasn't she like, we should
Amy
say,
went to bat for her.
yeah, we would say, hey, Sandy's like this chubby girl. Like, she's
In fact,
okay looking.
a lot of times when the Channel 9 show was going on, you'd say, all right, Amy, bring a bunch of girls because we're going to do something.
Yeah.
And she would say, I can get this one and Sandy. And you go, Sandy?
It's Sandy? I figured Sandy was on her way out. I thought you were on your way out.
Really? In your book, you said I was like one of your favorite guests.
Yeah, well, that's
You
because you couldn't
became a
answer any
favorite
questions.
guest.
Yeah, but I'm saying, listen, there's no doubt you're beautiful. I mean,
well,
you know
the last,
that.
couple times I went to see you out in L.A. when you came out there, remember?
Yeah. No, but this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the transformation. Don't get insulted there. This has a happy ending.
Okay.
Go wait a second.
But it's taking too long to get
No.
there.
So, like, you were getting kind of chunky. And remember I saw you up in that movie studio office, and like you were running around in a bikini, and you were
No,
just
I was not.
Yes, you were, and you were like a little chunky and stuff.
I was chunky.
You were chunky.
I was.
You were
Not
chunky.
that
And I used to say to myself, hey, she's a Playboy. I mean, she's a penthouse pet. You know what I mean? I mean, what's going on? Like, she's got an eating disorder. So all of a sudden, and I used to say, hey, well, I don't know what's with Sandy. And I used to say to Sandy, and also your name is a real turnoff, Sandy Corn.
Right, with a K.
Yeah, I don't care if it's with a G.
It still sounds like corn.
It was a turnoff. Because I said it sounds like butt corn. I think of right? I used to do Sandy Von Butt Corn.
Yeah.
I didn't like your name. So I wasn't that I didn't like you or anything. You know I always liked you and stuff.
I thought so.
Yeah, I did. So then all of a sudden, while Sandy was a fatso, she gets a date with like Donald Trump. And Trump tries or something. So Sandy claimed.
Well,
how do I remember that? I remember everything.
I remember you like called me in St. Louis or something. I was like working, and you go, "You better tell me the story, or I'm never gonna let you in here."
That's
again.
right, and you spilled your beans. That's right, because you know how he comes through for you.
Absolutely.
Oh, baby, just come on. Do I look that repulsive?
No, I love you.
Really?
I listen to you every day. When you go off in the morning, it's like when you're drunk and there's no more champagne.
Right.
And you say goodbye, see you tomorrow. It's
And I've seen you. I mean, you're wild. You could give me a little action here. Come on.
You've never been wild.
Come on, sit on my lap and let me rub your legs and kiss you.
You know.
All right. So anyway.
Go ahead
Sandy,
with the story, because we still don't know what happened to her.
Sandy thinks she's too good for me. I saw that picture of your husband. He's not even good looking.
Is he? I have never seen her husband.
He's not even that good looking a guy.
Really?
Yeah. And I think she dates. Like they have an open relationship. Like you can date if you want to.
No, I remember this is the same guy she was with. He was always very jealous of her.
Yeah. Well, Sandy came up to me in Los Angeles and said, "Are you going to the Trump wedding? Because I want to go with you." And I said, "I wish I could go with you. I would, but..."
How could I say that?
Yeah, you wanted to go with me. I said, "But Sandy, I got a wife. How do I explain to her that I'm going with you?"
Huh. Why did I even want to go to that?
I don't know.
We wonder, too.
You
said
just wanted
nothing
to.
happened.
Huh.
I don't know. I guess you wanted to freak out Trump or something.
Maybe.
Because he doesn't like you. Because he says he didn't dry hump you, but you say he did dry hump you.
Anyway.
But he did dry hump you, right? Like a dog. Like a dog. Hey, can you blame the guy? Come on, this isn't Hollywood. This isn't the set of the Steven Seagal movie. All right, so anyway. You look so ravishing. So anyway, then. Sandy moves to L.A.
Well, wait a minute. You didn't tell how we got to like her and started having her in all the time.
Okay, so then Sandy used to come on the show, and finally we said, hey, Sandy's got kind of like a ditzy voice and stuff. Let's ask her some questions, because she says she was valedictorian of her school.
Right.
So, not valedictorian, but up there.
Up there. You were like in the top 1%.
Yeah.
So we started to ask Sandy questions like, who's the vice president of the United States?
Right.
And Sandy didn't know.
You know what, though? Can I thank you right now, here and now?
Why?
Because today I am a better person, and now I pay more attention to what current events are.
Don't let me give you a test.
No, I'm not asking you, but I just want you to know that because of that, because of you, I toned down because you call me chubby, and I really have been keeping up with current
And you
events.
changed your name from Sandy Corn to Sandy Taylor.
What you've done for me?
You're the reason she changed.
Yeah. I am so good for women. That's why I can't stand when, I read these articles and they say that I'm a misogynist. I've never massaged anybody. They won't even let me mirror them.
No, I think you're the best.
Thank you, Sandy. And that's how I feel about you.
Really?
You're not my favorite.
So how'd you get to like me? Come on.
All right. So anyway, all right. So anyway, so Sandy was real funny. I should really test Sandy since she
really,
said,
since she said she knows more.
Yeah. So anyway.
Because you could ask Sandy anything. It could be blaring headlines, and she wouldn't know what was going on.
You know who the vice president is now.
Absolutely,
Who is
Al
it?
Gore.
Right.
Where's Somalia?
Somalia? Mm-hmm. It's like over there. Far away.
It's good enough. Name two of O.J.'s lawyers. Watch this.
Robert Shapiro.
Go ahead.
Johnny Cochran.
Very good. Wow.
He lives in L.A., and it's on 5 pages.
I know.
Finish the phrase. Butcher, baker.
Candlestick maker.
Genius. All right. You know what you get? You get a kiss on that flat belly of yours.
She used to say, I'm really good at math. Why don't you ask me math
And he did. You asked me one time, what's
you-
pi? I said 3.14.
Right. You always did good with pie. There's no question about it. In fact, you were doing so good, you blew up. All right. Now,
You're really good at pie.
HBO stands for?
Home box office?
Right.
I'm telling you, I am on a roll.
The actress who slept with JFK and RFK?
Marilyn Monroe.
Right.
Bosnia is a part of what former country?
Why does Robin always have to do that?
Robin
nice too, and I always go, oh, she's the best.
Yeah.
Now I have to remember it. Yes.
That's right. Well, Robin's an author now, so she's
I know.
it's a whole big deal. All right, so it's a different Robin. Like you're a different person. So anyway, the next time we saw Sandy, she was still Sandy Corn. We went to Los Angeles.
Yes.
But in walks, like a good-looking
stranger.
Cindy Crawford, a younger...
Stranger.
A stranger, really stacked, super tight, thin abs, ass,
Incredible.
legs.
Different hair.
Yeah, I mean, and so I said to Robin, what?
She walked by. I didn't recognize her. I don't think any of us
Yeah, you
recognized
kept asking me if I got plastic surgery.
And you must have.
Thanks.
Did you have any ribs removed? Be honest.
No.
So how did you get this body now? I mean, come on. What happened?
I have a trainer.
Yeah. Now, who is this guy? Because he's a genius.
You know that show Body Shaping on ESPN? That big guy, Rick Valenti, the Italian?
He's a
my
genius.
trainer.
Now, what does he do? Tell me exactly what you do. There's
Well,
so many
we
people out there. I'm telling you, this girl made herself into a new person.
No, I listen to you. I've completely cut out meat.
No meat.
No meat.
Yeah. I have some meat here that you might want. It's not that fattening.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I train at this place where, like...
You go to his place.
No, Powerhouse. It's like for real bodybuilders. It's not where you show off and wear tight little cute things.
So you do weightlifting?
We train. We do, one day we'll do chest, shoulders, triceps.
Yes.
Then legs, then back and biceps. But every day, 40 minutes on the treadmill, sweat, lots of water.
Treadmill, and so you run every day?
Well, I don't run on it. I kind of walk real fast.
You walk real fast. That's it. That's the only aerobics you get?
Yes.
And you don't eat anything?
I eat salad. I eat egg whites for protein.
What do you eat? What do you eat for breakfast?
Papaya.
Papaya?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Just a papaya?
That's it.
What the hell's a papaya, Robin?
It's a piece of fruit.
It's a
Get me some of that Gunga Din. Where is he?
No, it's good. It's got a nice texture. It's from Hawaii. It's real juicy.
Aren't you hungry after that?
No, because then I go right to the gym, and then as soon as I'm done working out, I go to this great place, and I get this big salad with
Now, what
egg
is on the
whites,
salad? Egg whites?
Egg whites, tomatoes,
Lettuce? Broccoli?
cabbage, steamed broccoli.
Now she's talking about that like it is pie. Look
Right.
at that. And then I get this great.
Well, she knows this she knows about. And then you put, what do you put on there? Dressing?
Yes.
What kind of dressing?
It's a homemade dressing, this health food place I go to.
Oil and vinegar?
No, actually, it's like a real light ranch, believe it or not.
A ranch dressing
Yeah,
you
real
eat.
light ranch.
And then that's your lunch.
That's my whole lunch, and then I don't eat again till dinner, and then I have, it varies.
Do we have another salad for dinner? What do we have for dinner?
Sometimes salad.
Do you have any protein for lunch? Do you have any fish or
Egg
chicken?
whites.
You have egg whites, I see. And then what do you eat for dinner?
Sometimes I have tuna.
A can of tuna?
Mm-hmm.
With what?
With these Melba crackers,
That's it.
tomatoes.
Jesus, it works. And you don't eat anything else?
I really cut out fat. You know what I cut out a lot that made me, I think, chubby when I used to come in here is drinking.
Drinking? You were doing.
Hang out at the touring club.
Yeah, right. And you used to do alcohol and all that.
Drink a lot, and I used to eat bran muffins because I thought they were
good for you. Yeah, moves your bowels.
No,
you probably never even move your bowels.
Didn't have anything to move. She's not eating.
Sandy, please, not so loud.
Stop, that was stop. Hey,
Oh, wow. Wow, there's a problem there.
That's what she used to sound like. These are old parts of Sandy.
And so now, how often do you move your bowels?
Stop!
You ask a beautiful girl.
Come on,
how
no,
often
seriously.
she moves
I'm
her
curious. I mean, look at the girl. She's
Oh,
changed.
my
She's
God.
changed.
That's what you think of? Yeah, really.
What do you go once a day? Do you go once a day or do you go once every 2 days? Where do you go? When do you go?
It's an event.
How often do you go?
She'll call you next time.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
No, really, do you go once a day?
At least.
You're very regular. You go at least once a day. I'd like to be there for that.
Sometimes two, huh?
That I wouldn't mind. Has your husband ever seen you do that?
No.
No, you try to keep that a mystery, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, my wife doesn't keep that a mystery.
She's let you in on everything.
Yeah.
I have so much to tell you.
Yeah, well, you're telling me everything.
Am I?
Yeah.
You've shared more with us than we need to know.
Look at the body. You are so built for sex.
Aw.
Your whole body is just one big playground.
See, if you had been nicer to her, Howard.
Yeah, I've been very nice to her. Believe me, no one was nice to her.
Like so many people.
When you were
still
struggling,
remember me from you?
I was there.
Still.
So what happened? So now you get to Los Angeles, you transform your body, and all of a sudden, things start happening for you. Your dream to become a Playboy playmate. You were always in Penthouse.
Right.
But now your real dream was to be in Playboy?
Well, it wasn't. I mean,
I saw on Entertainment Tonight, you said, this was my dream.
No, I said it was a personal goal.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even before Penthouse, I think.
Any more goals, or is this it for you?
Yeah.
Well, no.
Have you climbed every mountain?
No, not
She's
quite.
smart. I set my sights low, too.
No.
My goal was to be on the radio.
You're done.
Yeah, I'm done. Hey, I've reached my personal goal.
Everything
goal
else
is
is gravy.
My-
Movies. Now what happened? You're in this Steven Seagal movie that's
Yeah.
coming out, but is it a major role or is it some
Yeah.
kind of crap
She
role?
is the girl.
You're the girl in the movie.
Well, there's two girls.
Right.
He has a niece, and then there's me.
So it's more than like one line.
Oh, absolutely.
You're the one running around with him trying to
It's
get
really
out
not-
of whatever you're getting into?
Yeah.
Did he hit on you during the movie?
No. He was going through his
divorce. Oh, yeah. Why would he hit on you?
No.
Yeah, right.
He was running from his wife.
Yeah, he wouldn't want you. Yeah, who would want you?
You know, I have to tell you something.
Give me some sex. Just do me a favor. I won't tell my wife. You don't tell your husband. Just let me have you once and see what it's like.
Okay.
Do me a favor. And just, let it happen. Just make arrangements for it to happen. Say, Howard, now you come over to my room. I'm never going to tell anyone. You don't tell anyone. And I'm going to let you have
Now,
me.
where are you going? How are you going to account for your time?
Oh, I'll figure it out. I'll say I'm out biking.
I said no because I said that when you were in L.A. and you go, I can't.
You did say that? What did you say?
When? I don't remember
I
this.
said, I forgot what I said.
You did not. You never said anything like
I did.
that.
I said we go to dinner or something like that, and you go, I can't.
Really?
I'm really tired. And there was the day I went to that Romans or something.
And you wanted to go out with me?
Yeah. And
you wanted to have sex?
I can't.
But you would have?
No. I asked you to go out. You go, I wish I could.
I'm so excited right now. So how come now you won't even sit on my lap and do stuff with me?
Well,
and then when I went to kiss you moved your mouth. What's that all about?
Well, the kiss, because I'm married, but about the touching, Hef got kind of mad when Julie was here and you were like kissing her leg.
Hef got mad?
A little bit.
Hef said old fart who's out of touch. I thought he had the whole...
with him?
Hef had
the Playboy empire we're talking about, where everything was supposed to be about...
Oh, Hef doesn't like touching. Meanwhile, this guy has touched everybody, and meanwhile, I'm not allowed to touch anyone.
I remember those old Playboy After Dark things where you had all the girls laying all over him.
Let's hope Hef gets another stroke. Okay? How dare he get upset?
No.
How much did Hef touch you?
Never.
Never?
Never.
How did he get upset?
No, his wife.
Did you meet Hef?
Lovely. Of course.
How come? I don't understand how you met Hef.
Kimberly, his wife, is a friend of mine. I go up there all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Lovely. Beautiful family.
And she's not jealous of you? She was jealous of everyone else, I thought.
No,
she doesn't touch Hef.
Your friends? And you would never touch Hef?
Never.
And you ever go to the Playboy Mansion, wear thongs and stuff, and walk around in a bathing suit?
No.
You don't go swimming there?
No, I just go up for different events. I was up there for the Super Bowl. I was up there for...
Does your husband get to go?
Yeah, sure. He doesn't like to go.
You got the perfect husband.
He just, he lets me just go.
What's that all about?
He wants me to live, and he's very supportive of it.
So if you made love to me, he would not be completely perplexed.
He likes you a hell of a lot more now that we're in L.A.
Right, I see.
Does.
Man.
I say hell?
Yeah, you could say hell. So you change it, and then you even go as far as to change your name to Sandra Taylor.
Who's Sandra Taylor?
Yeah, now who is Sandra Taylor? Where'd you come up with this name?
Well, I didn't.
Who came up with it?
One of my...
Publicist?
Yeah.
She must have a good publicist because I see her name in the paper all the time.
All the time, yeah.
And no one knows who you are, really.
Well,
I mean, I do. But I always see her in there.
But what's she been doing for the entire time she's been in Los Angeles? It's been a couple of years.
I've been doing a lot. TV, I did 2 commercials.
Yeah, she does like Revlon commercials and stuff.
I didn't know that.
2 commercials. You saw me on Married with Children. I heard you guys.
Yeah, I saw that. Did you take acting lessons?
Yes, I study regularly.
Really?
And then
we got to give her a scene.
Exit to Eden, which remember I came here.
I haven't seen that.
Gary Marshall.
Did you see Sandy in it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Gary Marshall's a good guy.
Loves you.
Yeah, I like him a lot. He's been real
Loves
helpful
you.
to me.
Wanted you to be in the film.
Well, I know, but I'm doing my own film, as you know.
Do that Dan Aykroyd part?
No. Yeah, I don't know what he wanted me to do, but...
The part his son actually did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
I thought I read somewhere that Sandy either did or was going to do a movie with Chevy Chase.
Really? No.
Oh, all right.
She's willing, I guess.
No, I thought I heard she was working with him.
So what happened? So you went and auditioned for the Steven Seagal thing and you nailed it.
Well, I walked in, I tell you would have loved it. There was a room.
Did they make you get naked?
No.
In a bathing suit?
No. I went through like 5 different interviews before you even get to Steve, and then when you get to Steve, there's like a room full of beautiful...
And what'd you wear for the interview? Something like this?
I wore a beautiful Chanel suit. It was really, really classy.
Should have worn what you're wearing today.
Wow.
Look at those legs.
Now, what happens in these interviews?
Oh, so Hef ruined it. You mean you would have come in here and been more physical with me, but Hef ruined it.
No, but I did have to say he did say no touching.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
He just wants everything for himself.
No, he would
What a
never.
bastard that guy is.
He's a wonderful human being.
Yeah, he's great.
How could he even... What in the world is he doing that gets back to him?
You know what
Lucky
I love?
dick. Yeah, doesn't he have anything better to do, like run his
He's got
empire?
a whole empire.
He's got a hot-looking wife. What is he busy watching me with the Penthouse Pet of the Year?
How does he know?
Who's that?
Wasn't that the one that I touched?
Julie. Who's Julie?
Playmate.
I mean, Playmate. Playboy Playmate. Sorry.
Playmate.
Yeah, right. All right.
A big difference.
Sorry.
Yes, now Sandy has done something historic, remember? She went from Penthouse to Playboy.
Right, this is historic.
You know what? Actually, what is that music you played when Julie was dancing with him?
Oh, it's all good?
So funny. I heard it the other day watching basket. I was
Yeah.
That's that Hammer.
That's Hammer.
so funny.
Yeah.
I was like cracking up.
Yeah, I first danced with Amy Lynn in Cleveland to that.
That's true.
Yeah,
well, actually, you rubbed her down.
In my hotel room.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Is that
She's hot.
That is funny.
So,
So anyway, back to Stephen.
And you walk in and you audition, and then Segal sees you, probably pops a boner 2 seconds later.
No, he's a really spiritual person.
You are so easy. You know, I'm real spiritual,
tell that
too.
to the woman who sells him sunglasses.
Yeah.
I want to tell you before I forget. One day on the set, I get called in.
Can he lift his leg for the karate scenes, or they bring in somebody else?
Is that on a crane?
Yeah, come on.
No,
I think I could kick his ass.
No, he received lots of awards
Really?
for karate and all that. Yeah.
Is that what he told you?
No, I know that for a fact.
Really?
You saw him?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got a lot of karate awards,
No,
too.
listen to something funny. I get called in. He got really upset one day, and I was like, what's the matter? And he goes, somebody told me you were Howard Stern's girlfriend.
You are.
That's what I said. I said,
Right.
yeah, but
Yeah.
So he goes, is that true? No,
Yeah.
actually. I said, no. I said, I'm not. And he goes, I said, a lot of girls go on that show. He goes, no, I heard you were like his girlfriend.
You're my mistress.
Yeah.
I would like that.
I would love to.
I would love to. Come on, let me have that already. Am I that repulsive?
Isn't that funny that he would hear that?
Yeah, well, I've been spreading
why
that rumor.
was he upset about it?
Yeah.
I think he just thought it wasn't,
Proper?
He wants to head me in the right direction.
Right. Oh, he wants to head you in the right direction. Yeah, great. What a prince. Yeah, I'm going to ruin you.
Steven.
Yeah, he's going to help her out.
Wow.
Oh, gee, don't be with Howard Stern.
His film?
Yeah.
No, I just think he...
Is he good in bed, Steven Seagal?
I have no idea.
What?
No.
What?
No, I have no idea. No. I mean, there are some times where you joke around, but this... No.
Want to dance with me?
No.
You're allowed to. Hef didn't say anything about dancing.
I want to talk to you. I really miss you.
Yeah, well, maybe I don't want to talk. Maybe I need some action.
I didn't know there was supposed to be rules at Playboy.
Well, I'm in my underpants, okay? Yeah. Look at me, Robin. I'm in my underpants.
Thank you.
Underpants.
Underpants. See, you're not small like you say.
No, I'm huge.
What do you see there,
She
Sandy?
sees it all. She knows exactly what's in there.
I figured it out. You say you're small because you know you're big. If
Right.
you were really small, you would never.
Of course I never admit
You'd
that.
never tell.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
So don't.
All right. So anyway, Sandy has accomplished her dream. She went from penthouse to Playboy. She was the first girl ever to be
Because
both.
remember, Sandy got really, she didn't want to be in those penthouse videos.
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
right.
Yeah, I refuse to do the video. Well, they
Right.
get a little too explicit as far as
Yeah,
I'm
you can't handle
Remember,
that,
she didn't
right?
want to do girl stuff. and all
Yeah,
that
you don't
stuff.
want to do that, do
It's
you?
just not. It's just. But anyway,
Yeah.
Playboy's been a real experience.
Okay.
Going to do a video for them?
No.
Why not? Oh, because you're into movies now.
Yeah, I don't really.
She's
have-
happy. She looks like Cindy Crawford
She
now.
does. Well, she's been looking like that for quite some time.
Look how
now.
Sandy's face lights up when I say that. She
Well,
lives
she's-
for that.
Well, Cindy Crawford's someone to definitely.
Yes, she's my hero.
And she's very
right.
bright, too, she says.
Yeah, she was valedictorian, actually. She said she was a medical doctor.
Well, she turned down, what, engineering school or something?
So who are you hanging out with that's famous now? You really starting to get known?
I think in LA I have met everybody.
Really? Like who?
Everybody.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yep.
Yeah? What'd you do with him?
Nothing. Just met him.
You
at
didn't
the
give him a
forum.
massage?
No. He's a really nice guy.
Oh, I'm
At the
sure.
what did you meet him?
At the forum.
Oh,
at
it's a basketball
the
game?
Laker.
Oh, you go to that? You try to network yourself into that?
No, I'm friends with Jerry Buss. So
Who's that?
he's the owner of the Lakers.
Oh, really?
How'd you get to be friends with him?
How's he in bed?
I have no.
You
think he's sleeping her way around the world?
Oh, I don't doubt it.
I mean, I don't know.
I think
I'm
that
just
she's-
asking you what you think.
No.
But you're giving it to everyone but me.
Nuh-uh.
Hmm.
No.
Are you being a little whore out there?
No.
Are you a high-priced call girl out there?
No.
Because I need that. I'll pay you right now.
No
Where's my
Heidi
kid?
Slice girl here, huh?
Yeah, come here. What do I got right on me right now? Whatever's in my
I
wad.
was looking at that.
Come here. Look at
roll.
this wad. Look at this. Look what's going on here.
That's
Hundreds.
not fair.
There are hundreds in here. Come on.
Not fair.
Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You know you want it. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Nah.
All right.
So going to Los Angeles really helped your career, huh?
Well, too, I was in the earthquake. I was in the mudslides.
You never nailed Magic Johnson?
No.
Oh, please.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I was in every major disaster out there. Everything.
What is it, Fa-Fa-Foey?
William Shatner.
Oh, William Shatner's here?
It's funny because I put him in the green room and I said,
Wait till he gets a look at
we have another
Sandy.
guest on, and he goes, who is it? And I said, the woman on the cover of this magazine, because there was a Playboy sitting right out there.
Yeah, his eyeballs will pop out.
Do
of his
you
head.
know William Shatner?
Would you like to date William Shatner?
No, thanks. Look, I'm married.
You're married. Yeah, that's some marriage. It's a sham, that
You never
marriage.
see the husband, though.
Oh, I saw him. Ralph carries their wedding picture in his wallet.
Oh.
Hey, why don't you let Bill Shatner come in here and take a look at Sandy? Then, before we say
Maybe we
goodbye to
can
Sandy.
help Bill find his new wife.
Yeah, why? Hey, didn't Bill dump his wife? William Shatner dumped his wife. This is like wife number 3 for him.
What
this guy's
was her name,
loaded.
Marcy?
Really?
You marry him, he'll have a heart attack, and you can take all his money.
No.
And he's rolling, right?
He's rolling in dough. He made tons of money off the Star Trek movies. The guy's worth at least $30 million. Want to be in a Star Trek movie? You don't want to be in a Star Trek movie.
She doesn't know how big
I never really watched that show.
If you're smart, that beautiful hand of yours with the wedding ring on it will find its way into Shatner's lap. If you're smart.
Oh, there's the puppets I've been hearing so much about.
Yeah. Hey, Bill, can I call you Bill at this point? Hey, how you doing, William? I mean, Mr. Shatner. Hey, that's Sandy. I know her for years. She dry humped Donald Trump. No! All right, take a seat, man. I'll tell you all about it.
What show is this again?
Yeah, come on. You want to hear some stories?
How are you?
She is hot, huh? Hey, stand up and show Bill your outfit, please. Sandy, come on, give the guy a thrill. I don't care how many Martians he's had sex with. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh, Sandy, you look great.
Hey, man, take off your pants, man. Like I did. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, come on. Look at William Shatner's face. Take your pants down. You feel great.
I can't believe.
Oh, let me tell you.
You're in your underwear.
Are you dating? Are you getting over the hardship of that marriage?
Hardship? What are you talking about?
But you're back. You're back in the sack, aren't you?
Faithful with your 3 kids.
Are you back?
Wife.
Are you back to dating?
No, I'm not back to anything.
What would you?
I'm back to back.
What would you give to date her? Have you had as good as her?
I don't know. How much are people giving these days?
I have no idea.
What's going on? Look at those legs. How'd you like to run your tongue up those thighs?
Oh, dear.
Huh?
Oh, dear.
How'd you like that?
This is culture.
Let's talk. Forget the captain of Star Trek and the image and the whole thing. Talk like a guy.
Okay.
Look at her.
Who are we looking at?
Sandy.
Oh, Sandy.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Would you be done in 3 seconds?
Yeah, come on, Bill. Now, when you were Captain
what's her mind?
You know why I want to make
you
love to
had some green paint on Sandy, and you would have had her.
What kind of intelligence?
She was a Rhodes Scholar.
Do we have? A Rhodes Scholar?
You know why I'd like to make love to you? Just to see how quick it would be over. I just can't imagine how fast I'd be finished.
You didn't even tell me what you thought of that.
Of the spread?
Yeah.
Bill. William.
It's quite a spread.
Look at this sucking a lollipop. The ice cream, whatever the hell it is. Look at that. How's that?
She's a beautiful girl.
And you showed your vagina in this, did you not?
No.
Yes, you did. That is Bill. What is this? What do you call that?
That's West Vagina.
Yes, it is. You showed it in there. That was the first time. You never showed that in Penthouse, did you?
Wow.
Never.
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 What made you decide to show your private area? A good question, right?
Private area.
Yeah, right.
Max Headroom.
What made you decide to show your private area?
I just think Playboy photographs things in a very classy way.
Yes, they do.
I do.
Got a boner, Captain?
I was wondering.
Hi, Captain.
Hi, Captain.
I am saluting her.
Yes. He likes it. Would you put her in a Star Trek movie?
Well, it's just a matter of how you photograph it in a classy manner. I was just considering how you...
well, I've seen magazines where they don't photograph it. You know what? It's
difficult to do, isn't it?
Even that is beautiful on you, if I may say. I've seen some real sloppy pigs, if I may say, and I have not been attracted to the female form down there.
What are you clapping?
I'm clapping because I'm thrilled to have Sandy here. I am in love with her.
It was what you were flapping together.
I'm in love with her. I would marry her in a minute.
But you're already married.
I would dump my wife if she gave me the word.
Really?
Give me the word, I'll dump her, the kids, and everyone.
Do it, Sandy. I just want to see this.
What?
Yeah.
My wife is so sick. Her head got crushed by a car yesterday.
When he comes home
Yes, absolutely.
tonight. When he comes home tonight, what happens?
No, you said she.
He won't be here tomorrow.
Hey, Bill, I'm trying to make time, okay, man? You know, you don't have to be so egocentric. I'm trying to make
You've
time.
had ample opportunity, and nothing's happened.
No, can I just say something? I will go home and cut my wife's head off like I did. And I'll be free and clear financially to support you the way you should be. I wouldn't have to give her my money.
After you pay the lawyers.
I'll get off. Hey, if OJ gets off, I'm getting off. I'll be a
$10 million for a defense?
I don't need a defense. I'm going to put her in a meat grinder, let the cat eat her afterwards. So I'm going to tell you right now. And there ain't going to be evidence.
I didn't think you could do it, but you have hit it.
There won't, hey,
while I was here.
Mr. Shatner, there won't even be a fingernail left of her. There will be no evidence. I'm no fool. I'm no schmuck, honey.
Is this your first time you've been here?
Oh, no. She's been here over the years.
She's
she
a
loves
regular.
me. She's a regular.
She's a regular.
Yeah.
I'm in his book.
Have you been shocked like this?
Let me tell you about this girl.
This is nothing.
Mr. Shannon, let me tell you about this girl. She has transformed herself. Her real name is Sandy Corn. She changed it to Sandra Taylor. She's now in the Steven Seagal movie, the new one coming
Under
out.
Siege 2.
Under Siege 2. Seagal.
Under Sheets 2?
Under the Sheets 2. That's the sequel. Yeah. Yeah.
It was a love fun.
When I used to have her on, she was the size of Oprah. She transformed herself. She was heavy.
Before or after?
Before. I used to have her on, and now look at the body. You were a big girl. You were a big girl.
I got up to 140 in my whole life. That
Really?
was
And what do you weigh now?
about 125.
Super.
So I was never open.
Don't you regret the 15 that's gone?
I can't believe the cleavage. You know she had breast reduction? Tell everyone about that.
I had a lift.
You had a lift? Dude, gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely. One peek, please. Let me have a peek.
Oh, you're so crazy.
Oh, what is that about?
Right there.
I don't know. It's not the same. Now you're all classy and everything. You used to show me them.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she did.
When?
I never did. Never.
Give me a little peek.
No.
Can I toss quarters in your cleavage? Bill, you got any quarters?
No, I'm looking for $50.
You've had your share of knockouts. I mean, it's known in Hollywood you are a ladies' man. No, you've had your share, right?
No, what
Be
is
honest.
my share?
You've had
somebody's walking around with something.
You've had every young piece of ass there is to have. Have you not?
That is
Be
the
honest.
worst thing I've...
Is it a lie?
It is the worst lie. You are already...
Oh, the captain of the Star Trek hasn't had everything.
There,
Were you
black
single
shirt.
part of the time?
Yes, he was.
I've been married all my life. I emerged from the womb.
Bill, pull your pants off and let me see your cleavage. Okay, here, all right, go ahead. All right, listen.
I would join the fun, but this is being broadcast internationally.
Oh, let me tell you something.
International?
Yes.
Oh, my God, you don't understand.
She doesn't understand anything except she's in love with me. Sandy, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
If I dumped my wife, would you marry me?
Yes.
You would, and you would dump your husband.
Yes.
All right, there it
No,
is.
that was mean.
Are you serious? You would do it?
No,
Because
that's
I'll do it. I'm going to go home and do it.
Not.
I would, I swear.
How long would it last?
It would last long enough.
Long enough.
I would please you so much. I would tie you to the bed, and you would only see the top of my head for like 2 hours. That was all you would see.
The top of your head.
Right. You understand what I'm talking about.
No.
You're a big star. You don't have to do that.
Down.
Oh, come on. Just come over here. Let me show you what I do. Just give me 2 seconds to show Mr.
Why
Shatner.
don't you...
Right.
You see, the only way to handle him is to confront.
He's right. You're
Why
right.
don't you go over there?
Right.
And absolutely do anything he asks right now. He's on camera, right? Those little remote cameras swirl around.
Yeah. What do you think? I'm a pussy. I'm not going to do it.
He would die.
Mr. Shatner knows me. He understands who I am.
I understand.
In fact, Bill did it the last time.
Yeah, Bill came over here. I made out with him for like 10 seconds and I got embarrassed.
Hey, wait a minute. Did we say Ashes of Eden yet?
Right.
I'm off the air.
No, but in all
Ashes
seriousness,
of
Sandy,
Eden.
I would probably back down. He's right.
Really?
I don't think I would be able to.
Probably.
She's so beautiful.
Are you
No, I'm not.
Are you a gambling person?
Oh,
you have
major.
Then you have an opportunity.
See why he's the captain?
You have the
convinces-
opportunity right now.
He could convince aliens.
To face him down.
Right, yeah.
He'll never bother you again.
Good.
He'll ask you on.
I won't.
Well, you know what I'd rather do?
What?
I'd rather you stump me. I was all waiting for
All right, come over here. I'll stump
Is that
you.
another term?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me stump you. All right, so come over here. I can't stump you from so far away.
I mean, I've answered every question
No,
you've
listen,
given me correctly.
Sandy. Let me say this. I do have to interview Mr. Shatner. He has the products to
Oh, right.
promote. I want to thank you for coming in.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
All right.
Robin, congratulations.
It is a pleasure
on
to
your
see her.
book.
Isn't it?
Sandy has completely transformed herself. She is gorgeous. She's the star of the new Steven Seagal movie.
Yeah, we can't wait to see that.
Her intelligence level has even risen. I asked her a pop quiz about...
From what?
No, I used to ask her about... She didn't even know who the
Sandy
vice president
was
was.
totally involved with
Right.
herself
And now
didn't
she
have
does.
time for current events. at
Watch
one
this.
time.
Why don't you... Yes. Ask her about herself.
All right. Spell fellatio.
Oh, jeez.
Watch.
Fellatio.
No.
Close.
Well, if you have an accent.
Yeah. And what's with a T? Fellatio.
And it may be what you have after an Italian meal.
Yes, exactly. But she came close.
Came close.
And that's all I care about.
Coming close?
That's
Howard?
right. It's 1995. Is that BC or AD?
AD. That's so easy.
Oh, well, it wasn't for the old Sandy.
You haven't answered my question about Bosnia or Somalia.
What about it?
Where is Somalia?
Hey, even William Shatner doesn't know that.
Somalia is actually west of Italy.
Huh?
East of Italy.
Is it east of Italy?
Well, we know it's not north.
Yes.
It's either east or west.
It's
Yeah.
east.
All right, this is Sandy.
It's east of Italy.
Can we hug goodbye at least? I mean, I know Mr. Hefner doesn't like that.
He just doesn't like a lot of touching.
All right, let's just hug goodbye. And let's
Wait a minute.
pick up the new copy of Playboy.
Mr. Hefner doesn't like a lot of
he doesn't like a lot of touching.
Does that mean for you or for him?
No, for me. He doesn't like
He
a lot
doesn't
of
like
touching.
you
Yeah.
to have a lot of touching.
And Steven Seagal doesn't want me to be her boyfriend. It would be bad for her career.
Well, I think you've got a couple of heavyweights there that...
I sure do. But look at her on the cover. This is a woman transformed. She is my girlfriend. You are my girlfriend. You're the girl I'm going to think about
You're
tonight.
a star-spangled
When I lay in
girl.
the bed and I'm avoiding my wife and family, and I'm there with my stack of tissues, I'm going to think about you.
Oh, man.
Who are you going to think about tonight in the hotel room, Mr. Shatner?
About you.
I'm going to think about you, Sandy. Do you know what that means?
Disgusting this is.
I am going
I've
to.
never been so disgusted.
I am going to think about you tonight, and I'm going to make love to you tonight in my dreams.
Okay.
Because I'm wild for you.
Are you?
Yeah.
What are you going to think about, Sandy?
Not me.
You know, for me,
The
it's actually 5:20 in the morning.
So you don't know what you're going to be thinking.
You know what? She probably thinks about her, too.
You keep rubbing your legs. Sandy, you keep rubbing your legs like that. You're driving me crazy. You're rubbing your legs. You're rubbing your legs. Hey, Mr. Shatner, look at Sandy rubbing her legs. How'd you like to? Let Mr. Shatner touch your legs.
No,
Go ahead.
He doesn't want
Go
it.
ahead. Let her touch.
Challenge me.
Go ahead. Challenge. Can I hug you goodbye or not?
Yeah, but I just want to tell you one thing before I go.
Can we have the hug first?
And then
Oh, yeah, then you can tell me.
How would you like to get punched out by Steven Seagal and sued by...
Oh, please. I'm sorry I'm in my underpants. It's a little
embarrassing. Lift up the shirt.
Come on.
I can't believe this. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Sandy, feel it. Come here.
Feel what?
It's a what? It's a little what?
Jiggly?
Hey, come on.
Did she feel your butt?
Yeah, it's not that jiggly.
It is.
Now feel it.
No, it's still jiggly.
No.
How is it?
nice.
It's nice, right? Better than your husband's. All right, can we hug each other?
I don't know about that, but just don't try to make it.
So bad. This is the worst I've ever... I've been listening to the show. This is the worst it's ever been.
Okay.
All right, you two, stop making out. There's a guest in the studio.
Can I kiss your stomach?
Sure.
Okay.
That's a lot of touching, Sandy.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
All right.
Okay.
Are you embarrassed?
Yeah. Well, you get divorced and stuff, so you go out and date.
You have
so
interim periods when you're dating.
I've never been in a studio with a guy wearing jockey underwear.
Yeah.
And there's no question.
You're shocked?
I never saw that.
What? My package? Do you like what you saw?
Well, it's bigger than you say.
What are you stuffing today?
I have like 5 pounds of tissue in there.
Sock in there.
I got the Industrial Light and Magic working on my underpants just to make it look big. You wouldn't believe it. You want
Special effects.
What is that?
Can you stand up one more time?
No, I'm a little embarrassed now. I'm a little aroused right now from that. Sandy, you wanted to say one thing before I interview Mr. Shatner, the captain of the Star Trek, of course, the author of Tech Wars, so many accomplishments. But what is it that you would like to say?
Well, I just miss all you guys, and it's really nice to be back.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Come
here and hug me goodbye.
Nice to meet you. You just did that.
Oh.
You missed
No, I listen to
You
them
missed Howard?
every day out in L.A. And
Every day
I'm
you
from
missed
here.
him?
Every day I miss
Oh,
them
you missed
so
New
much.
York.
Well, no, I missed the crew.
Then missed the crew.
Do you want me? I'm going to do...
Well, then hit him.
No, let me tell you something. Mr. Shatner, I'm going to do Sandy a favor right now.
Yeah.
Sandy's dream is to be a big movie star.
I
obviously.
understand that.
I will ask the magic O.J. 8-ball right now. I don't do this for every guest. Whether or not you will be successful.
Okay. Oh, boy.
Would you like me to do that?
the biggest
What
star
does
in the
he
world, so...
Well, then you could ask the Judge Ito 8-ball. Would you like me to ask the Judge Ito 8-ball?
You know who? Cato's my friend.
Well, okay.
You like Cato
You like
Kalin?
him?
Yeah.
That less than honest person? Please.
Who else is
Don't
on
insult
your
me.
little...
List.
Mr. Shatner, you don't like Cato, do you?
I don't know him.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
I wish he had
been a little more forthcoming.
He's actually really
With someone like you, if he had been as forward.
He would have his pants down at the trial.
I believe he did after the trial.
All right, let's ask the Cato 8-ball if Sandy will be a movie star.
All right.
Let's see. Magic Cato 8-ball. Will Sandy Korn, formerly Sandy Korn, now Sandy Taylor, be a
big star?
Big star.
Do we just have an earthquake?
There you go.
Can you ask
She's got a 7.4
Someone else? You really want to know?
7.6 in the other.
All right, you want me to ask Woody Allen?
What about your movie?
What about my movie?
Can I be your girlfriend?
A girlfriend that doesn't kiss me?
Girlfriend in his movie.
Yes, I do. There's several fantasy
Oh,
sequences.
fantasy sequences.
I
I
don't
didn't know
wanna be your
about
wife.
that.
You obviously were a little uptight with me sexually, so I don't see how that can be possible.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen William Shatner do love scene after love scene with aliens. He's making out with them. He's
He didn't even care.
Wait a minute, is that
Green,
sexual
purple,
harassment?
Bald.
Wait a minute.
No,
that's
it's not.
sexual-
It's
wait a
called
minute, that is-
auditioning.
No, that's sexual harassment.
No, it isn't.
You've got him by the. Well, you may not want to have him by the.
Hey, you're a director.
Yeah.
Tell me if Sandy's really a good actress. I am going to now do an impromptu love scene with her.
Okay.
Oh, no.
But you don't
She's
want
not a
to?
good
You're my
actress.
girlfriend in the movie. William Shatner's a director.
Let's act out
I can
the
spot that talent immediately.
You can.
Absolutely.
You could.
Why don't
you directed several of the Star Trek movies? You just directed Tech Wars, true?
Did you say misdirected?
Yeah, no. Well, okay, whatever. Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm not a critic.
Ask
right.
that person.
Oh, Woody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Woody?
And then I got to dismiss you because William Shatner's got product to promote. He's not here for his health.
That's okay.
All right, here we go.
Yes,
Magic, Woody. Oh, you'll end up in bed, William Shatner. You'll see.
No.
He'll get you in bed tonight. You give her your hotel before you leave, Mr. Shatner. She'll be there.
I'm going to give you mine.
Will you? I'm coming over.
Okay.
And
Is your husband here?
No. Not yet.
Do you have any rubbers?
He said he's going to listen to this show and then decide whether he's going to come.
Rubbers.
Having a kid's party.
I don't have a rubber with me. You have rubbers?
Yeah.
All right, good.
No, he's listening to the show in L.A. and then he's going to decide whether or not to come.
I think he doesn't need
You know, if you would just give me a massage or something, a full-body massage,
He's
that would be
coming
good.
for you. Is he a big guy?
No, I've seen a husband. I can take
Nothing.
it. Give me that rubber. I'll need that for later.
That'll fit.
This is my own brand. There it is.
Passing condoms.
Look at that. Look at this. This is my...
Has anybody said Ashes of Eden?
What is that?
What is Ashes of Eden?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get to you.
Yeah.
Good
Don't be so egocentric. All right?
And then I'm going to leave.
All right. Mr. Shatner might just nail you in the hall. He might not even wait to get to your
You've
hotel.
got to get an interview.
All right, hold on. Okay, wait a second. Let's do Sandy a favor, please. 1 second. Woody Magic 8 Ball. Woody Allen Magic 8 Ball. Will Sandy Taylor be a big movie star?
I'd rather have sodomy from Rosie O'Donnell than answer that one.
Wow.
I don't know why everybody
I think that
wants to
answer
talk about something
is as
else with
classy
you,
as the rest of the
Wait a second. Will Sandy have Steven Seagal's baby?
Oh.
That's a better question.
No, and boy, am I aroused.
All right, thank you, Woody. Now,
Who does like Jay Leno? Who does that? I mean, that's really
that is
good.
me. I do all the voices on the
really
show.
good.
I will now do Jay Leno. Here I go. Here we are.
Well, thank God we got rid of that shifty brand from Marsalis. And now we've got the smiling Kevin Eubanks over there. It's like having Nat King Cole.
How's that?
I'm gonna nail you too, you horny bitch.
All right. Let me thank Sandy Taylor, who's on the cover of Playboy. She has accomplished her life dream to be on the cover of Playboy, and also she is formerly from Penthouse Magazine. This is the first woman ever able to do both magazines.
She's moving up.
Yeah, she's moving up the ladder.
Well,
and
what do you think?
I think you're gorgeous.
Where to next? What magazine is next?
No magazines. I mean, I did shoots for like Italian Glamour and stuff
Oh, you
like
did?
that. But I'm just gonna.
You're beautiful, and I only wish I could make love to you. I really do. I hope that it happens one day. I hope you make
have
it
a
happen.
lot of fans in LA, and the girl who did my makeup, I have a book if you would sign. She loves
I would
you.
love to. Now, also, I would think Mr. Shatner will sign his new book, which Star Trek: Ashes of Eden. This man writes. You know,
I don't read.
He's not some dippy Hollywood star. Oh, you don't read?
And
No,
she's
I'm
proud
sure
of
to find
that.
somebody. You'll have to read the book to her.
Sandy, I'll teach you how to
Very proud
read.
of that.
No,
All
I
right,
can
look.
read. I just don't.
Let's take a break. I want to take a commercial break. When we come back, Mr. Shatner, William Shatner, captain of the Star Trek, author of Tech Wars, author of Star Trek: The Ashes of Eden, a new Star Trek episode in book form. He's here to talk about that. Sandy, you are more luscious than ever.
Thank you, Howard. So are you.
Obviously, that's the right answer. All right, and we'll take a break.
Saying something.
It sure
More
smoothed you
luscious
out, didn't
than
it?
ever.
Yeah. It calmed you down.
You're dating, aren't you?
We'll find out about his situation.
Anything.
Son of a bitch. Right?
We'll find out all about what he's up to.
I love you guys.
I love you very much. Hold on, don't leave it. I have to hug you again. All right. We'll be back right after these words with William Shatner.
We'll return to the Howard Stern Show after these messages. Harley and Fuel Talk. 97.1 The Eagle.
Well, it depends where you're starting from. Okay. How many minutes? All right. Now we're back with William Shatner. He's been a good sport to sit through 17 hours of commercials. And he's here, and he has written a book. He's very proud of it.
Now, this is a Star Trek book. This is not
Well,
Tech
it's a
War.
Star Trek novel, fiction.
Well, what do you have to do to get the rights to write one of these books? Do you have to
yeah, well, the Simon & Schuster asked me to write it.
Yeah.
It's one of three. There's a trilogy being fashioned, and
You writing all three?
yeah. Well,
What do you do all day? You write all day? I mean, what's going on?
I'm in the middle of a fervent.
How long does it take you to knock
creative-
out a book like this?
Well, that took 3-4 months. I'm working with Gar and Judy Reese-Stevens.
Yeah.
Last week we sat down, had a 2-hour lunch, and I had a I had a good idea of what the third novel would be, because the second novel's already fleshed out and writing that. And the third novel, in about 2 hours, I laid the cornerstones for it. And
no kidding.
That kind of thing takes place between us. That
You're prolific, aren't you? Look at you.
And not only that, I'm creative.
You're so damn proud of yourself. I don't blame you. Look at that. It's called, it's a real book. Look at that. Ashes of Eden. And it's an original story by William Shatner.
And Captain Kirk gets older.
And is Nimoy in it?
Everybody's
Spock?
in it.
Spock has to be there, of course. You
You
didn't write anybody out because of the things they've been saying.
No,
Did you write out that Chinaman? What's his name? What the hell's that guy's name? The one who was bad-mouthing William Shatner.
On the contrary, we love him.
Really?
Hold him.
George Takei. Captain. Right, Mr. Takei?
George Takei.
Right, yeah. Captain.
Well, we hold them in our arms.
What was your problem with William Shatner again? I forget.
Oh, how are you, Bill? Now, are you the nice Bill Shatner who knows me, or the one who won't talk to me?
Oh, very good. But the point is, you didn't want to write out Sulu. Sulu has not been complimentary to you. We had that out on the air.
The guys are terrific.
You would have them all. You don't care. You don't hold a grudge.
Oh, yes, he's so busy with his books and his movies.
And what are you doing? You're talking about
and
Japanese...
Rescue 911. Why don't you rescue my career? Oh, my. Yeah.
Yes, George. Well, why don't you mellow out over there?
Bill, you couldn't write a fortune cookie.
You're so jealous of William Shatner, aren't you?
I am not.
You are jealous.
No.
All right.
I'm going to get Mr. Scott to beam your assets to my house in California.
Yeah. Good. All right. Very good.
Now, Lieutenant Uhura is still in there.
Everybody's in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody interacts, and in a different fashion. It's a sensual, erotic novel.
It is.
Quite
different. Oh, yeah, they're all making love on the set.
Oh, everybody.
You get some of that alien vag? I mean, really, what do you get? I mean, do you get some of that?
No, we can see that.
Is this R-rated? Would you say this is R-rated?
It's not R-rated, but it certainly isn't.
There are sex scenes.
Yeah.
You always were a horny bastard.
Who does Mr. Spock get?
Who does Mr. Spock get?
Mr. Spock gets Captain Kirk.
Well, no. That's a book I got to read. Is that right? The two of you finally get it on.
This is number 3.
You two are obviously in love.
It's a bestseller for a variety of reasons.
And Mr. Sulu, you, of course, are by yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
put the dishes down, Mr.
Right. Yeah, Mr. Sulu.
Oh, my.
Now, you get, obviously, you are a man who cannot walk down the street because you know how rabid these fans are, these Star Trek fans. They love you. They love you. They really do. I mean, it's unbelievable, is it not?
Yeah, it's good.
I'll tell you how unbelievable it is. Ralph, who is the makeup artist on the show, says, could I take a picture with William Shatner? And I said, no. I said, look, I don't. If I have guests who come here who got to sit and put up with Ralph, he says, "Oh, please, it's my dream
It'll
to get
keep
a picture
people away.
with William Shatner because he watches Star Trek like a mental patient."
And he has
over
all
and over
that
again.
stuff. You know, he has one of those transporters and all that
Are
stuff.
you serious?
Oh, he's
Is that how he puts on the makeup?
Yeah, he actually carries one of those stupid transporters. But, what do you call it? One of the communication devices.
But on his, it
look
works.
at him. Look at him. Look at him. He wants to take a picture.
This is what you
Oh, man.
With the shades on.
He looks like an alien, doesn't he? What happened is he saw a ghost and his hair went gray. What is it? I'm sorry, what was that?
I said a picture or asked him if he could sign something, you know.
Yeah, well, don't bug the guy, all right? You're a pain in the ass.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no, you're not going to have anything
He's your
signed.
boss, I understand, and I'm just a guest. But for the moment, you're not a pain in the ass.
You look like a Klingon. Get out of here. Look at you.
I also like Tech War.
Yeah, Ralph calls me the other night. He goes, quick, tape Tech War. Tape it. It's a good one. It's a really good one. What was the one you wanted me to tape? What was going on?
What was it? His partner got killed, Greg Evigan.
Yeah.
His partner got shot. You weren't in that one, but it was good.
Yeah, and what was so good about it? Because it had all that high-tech gear, right?
They really... It
had some heart.
Yeah, and it's also... It's a good view of the future. It's like you can believe it.
There's a Tech War CD-ROM game coming out in Christmas time. And
Ralph.
Can you buy me a computer? Because I don't have one.
I'll buy you a computer. Yeah, maybe he'll adopt you.
You know, he is a pain in the ass.
Isn't he? Look at him. He just dyed his hair. And it used to be brown. You know, it used to be like a normal color.
He looks great.
He looks great. He looks like an alien. He looks like a Klingon.
We can use you somewhere. You're used to aliens.
Tell Mr. Shatner how you let priests rape you. Go ahead. This guy was raped by a priest.
Oh, yeah. On to new heights. No, I wasn't raped.
Did you spend the night with a priest or not?
I was propositioned.
He gave his consent.
No, I'm not kidding. He was being counseled when he was young. He had no father or something. Father ran out. You can see why.
Well, he was useless. But
right. And then, his father didn't run out. They kicked him out. I don't know what the story was. So he goes to the priest, and next thing you know, The priest is showing him dirty pictures, and he gets naked in front of the priest.
How do you get naked?
You were too. You undressed in front of him.
You know, it sounds like the ashes of Eden.
Yeah, right?
All right, get out of here, please. Not in front of Mr. Shatner. That's your problem.
But when you get an autograph, Ralph, get two, please.
Yeah. Oh, you want one also?
I have somebody soliciting me to get an autograph.
No autographs.
Not for an
No
autograph,
autographs. So listen to me. Tell me the kind of life you have. You see, this fill me in real quick because this is what I'm interested in. Tell me what's going on.
All right, I flew in to New York.
No, just skip that.
Kentucky.
Skip the nonsense. You're completely.
You don't want to hear about the horses.
No.
You don't want to hear about the CD-ROM.
You're not into horses, are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
look
no.
at Christopher
You're not
Reeve.
riding them.
For God's sake. You ride horses?
I'm competing right now.
Are you
And steeplechase?
No. Kind of a dressage. You wouldn't.
Are you crazy?
Oh, no.
You want to end up in the hospital?
Listen.
Do you understand that a horse is an animal?
You understand
No.
that if you have fear, you got an old.
You saying Chris Reeve has fear?
Chris Reeve had
No,
fear.
he didn't have
He had
fear.
fear. Do you think that's what did him in?
He had fear. He said because he said before he had the accident, it's the most dangerous thing I do.
Right.
It isn't really, but he was jumping.
Yes.
And he was learning how to jump.
Oh, he was just a beginner.
Yeah, he was really a fairly
Not
new at it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And he
Is that correct? I thought that this guy had been doing it his whole life.
Why was he in a competition if he was so new?
Well, because at a certain point you've got to go for it.
Really?
And this novel is about getting old.
Yeah.
And not wanting to get old.
Right.
If you
It's
have
in your head.
fear, it's
Right.
in your head. You've got to cast out the fear and the doubt.
So in other words, when I'm riding my bike and my ankle hurts, ignore it.
Ignore it.
Right.
Deny everything.
Right. Deny it.
Deny it. Well, like
Because-
O.J. Simpson or anything. Just
deny. Go into denial.
Go into denial.
Now let me ask you this: I'm afraid of Fred, that guy over there who I work with.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be
of Fred.
afraid. Just deal
If
with
you're
it.
afraid of Fred, you're old.
All right, but this is a good point. You're saying that. So you're into this. You're into this ridiculous horse thing.
No, not ridiculous.
Dressage.
You realize that a horse has a thin little ankle. You start jumping and moving around with it. It can revolt.
Yeah, revolt.
It will revolt.
It could revolt.
Right. And what do you do when it revolts?
You get off.
Do you wear a helmet?
Time to leave the revolution.
Do you wear a helmet?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No. But Christopher Reeves did.
Yes.
And
so you saying the helmet did him in? What are you saying?
What was the good?
Yeah, right. What good will it do you?
But it was a freak accident, Chris's.
And you wear the whole outfit with the big boots and the...
Well, you got to...
I got to see that.
Well, I've got film.
No
film
kidding.
at 11. But I'm in competition this evening.
And you're not afraid at all?
You're basically showing off the horse.
That's exactly right.
All right, he's
The
not
horse-
jumping.
No, although I have jumped.
You have?
Well, wait a
And
second.
my trainer said, stop jumping. Because
After Christopher Reeve?
No.
No.
Because you could get hurt. I was doing 4 feet. Chris was doing 2.5, 3.5 feet.
Baby jumps.
It's easier. It's hunter hack, it's called.
Yeah.
And it should be for form, not height.
Right.
And he had something terrible. The nightmare of all people with horses happened to him.
So when you do it now, in the back of your mind, you're not thinking about Christopher Reeve?
I get on and I think of Christopher Reeves and I have to.
Are you saying the captain of the Star Trek is stronger than Superman himself?
Wow.
In a way?
I had to cast
Because you
out
had to
fear.
use your mind, and he only used brute strength.
No.
But that was always the beauty of Captain Kirk. He outthought.
He almost got Sandy to make out with me. If you had done that, you would have been the greatest captain of all.
If you'd gone with it, she would have done it.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Blame it on me.
She was being moved.
Right.
And by extension, you.
Yeah, I'd like to hang out with you. So wait a second. So you're doing this horse thing and everything. Forget the horse thing. Is that where you meet the girls?
Man of War.
Do you meet the girls at the horse thing?
A lot of girls.
Have you dated horse girls?
No, you
Horsey
can't.
girls.
You never know what those girls are going to do.
Are they hot, these horse girls?
Well, they're
going to be
like
rich.
A ride. And they've got a crop.
And they got tight asses.
Let
me ask you a question.
Yeah.
All right. And now you're free and clear, right? The divorce is over.
Everything's
messy divorce, money right out the window.
Terrible.
What happened?
Did you give up 50%?
What happened?
You gave up 50%, right?
Yeah, it's 50%.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, hold it. Stop. I got to
There's got to be a moment of silence.
I'm going to guess you're worth,
You're wrong.
conservatively,
Nah. You haven't got it.
$40 to $50 million.
Don't be
and you gave away $25 million.
Don't be ridiculous.
You gave away $25 million of assets.
Be ridiculous.
No way?
No.
What, do you got an offshore account? Smart.
Well, I have to
Just
swim.
stockpiling,
I have
aren't
to
you?
swim to my offshore.
You are smart. A lot of guys are doing that. Get the offshore account. Your wife
listen,
can't get
you
those
pay
assets.
the taxes. You do everything right. You have nothing to worry
No,
about.
you're a smart guy. You probably had a prenup, right?
You do everything right. You have nothing to worry about.
I got to know what happened.
You know why he's writing 3 of these books?
If I knew what happened, it wouldn't have happened.
You know why he's writing 3 of these Ashes of Eden books?
Why?
Because...
to make up for what he lost?
Of course. He's got to give up a third.
The Ashes of Eden is a great novel.
Is it great?
It's for me.
I like to see a new Star Trek. I would like to read a Star Trek book.
Read that novel, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll read it. I'll read it.
Yeah, because I was kind of broken up. The last movie, Captain Kirk died.
Well, this trilogy of novels suggests other avenues, other possibilities.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
To me, time is a continuum.
Well,
it folded back on itself.
Did it fold back on itself?
Let's ask Sandy.
Yeah. Where's Sandy when you need a time question? She's a very smart girl. So let me get this straight now. Forget the horse. I'm sure that's fun and everything, but the dating must be incredible. What do you do? Do you ever walk into a bar? No, hold it a second. Do you ever walk into a bar? Not a bar, not a low-class bar, a restaurant, and the ladies just come up to you and go, "Oh, Bill."
But you don't know what's happening. Suspicion and...
You think they want you for your money?
You never know.
Yeah, but what do you care?
Well, you do.
As long as you get them.
You're not marrying these girls. You're just having dinner.
Yeah, you would never get married again, would you? Would you ever get married again? No.
It's very difficult to conceive.
Yeah, right.
Right about now.
Yeah, you've been through the ringer.
I'm still bleeding.
You know what? The next book you write, when you make the sequel to this book, because this will be a hit, of course.
It's called The Fires of Olympus.
Yeah, never mind that. In that book.
What do you mean, never mind that?
Listen to me.
The book.
The captain.
Fires of Olympus.
Can I give you a plot? The captain beams his ex-wife to Pluto. Gets rid of her, no alimony, nothing. It's clean. This is it.
You got to beam them to Pluto before they become.
Right, when you date, give me an age range. 17 to 35. Is that fair for the girls? 17 to 35.
You don't too, Captain.
Thank you, Mr. DeCap. Yes.
17 is a little shady.
You would never date a 17-year-old?
Oh, that's a little risky.
Let's say she was really mature. She was hot. And she, her parents gave her okay.
She said, "Let's go to Jersey." Is that across the state line?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's
no, but these are young girls, right?
These are very difficult times.
Super. Yes. What is that, Sulu? Who are you dating?
Photon torpedoes.
See, now you like the captain.
If his wiener could talk, it would write 5 trilogies.
Let me tell you something.
I'm trying to get the thought from there to there.
Sulu, you blame Mr. Shatner because you never were created more as a character. They never brought your character out. But you were just a guy who worked the spaceship.
I don't understand why everyone idolizes him. I'd rather have Ebola virus than work with you again.
Wait a minute, Howard. The funniest thing about George Takei argument was that he didn't get his own ship.
Yeah, he wanted his own ship. Bill Shatner kept it from himself. Did you still hold out against Mr. Shatner?
He's very small in the pants, and it frustrates him.
You don't know anything about it.
It's the tight costume.
Right.
Oh, my.
So when you get a girl in the sack, which probably doesn't take much energy, because you could just get her in there because of who you are.
You just lie there.
And when you're naked and stuff, I mean, do the girls just
lie there?
You just lie there. You don't have to really move around.
You're the captain.
Man, you must be having the time of your life. You're the captain. Right. It's time for you to mellow out.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, my dear.
What a life. You've had threesomes, right? Be honest.
George.
2 girls and one guy?
Me and...
Yeah, come on.
And Leonard.
You've had it all. Have you not? If you've experienced it all. I mean, someone of your fame does not miss a trick.
I don't even know what threesomes are.
Oh.
Well, you know what I hope doesn't happen to him? I hope his wife is happily taken care of and will go on and won't join that group ladies.
Yeah, do you know about that?
Those life is...
Yeah. They go on TV and they badmouth you?
After divorce or something like that.
In fact, I know somebody whose wife is...
we both do,
Who's that?
Leonard Nimoy's wife.
Oh, yeah, right. Leonard Nimoy's wife's big in that. She lucky him. Guy got a divorce, gave her half his money, did the whole thing, and now she goes on TV.
But she is devastated.
I'm the real Mrs. Nimoy.
Let me tell you, Leonard is one of the great guys of this world.
Ask her.
Maybe you shouldn't, but ask me.
Right.
I'm telling you.
He's a good man.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And he's happily married.
Yeah, thank you. Right. Yeah. You like Mr. Spock?
Bill loves threesomes. The girl, him, and his big fat ego. I've seen Bill with pigs that would scare Stevie Wonder.
Oh, stop it.
You are so jealous. You are so jealous of Mr. Shatner. You are.
You feed off each other.
You are so jealous of Mrs. Shatner. It's not even funny.
Oh, my.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Something wrong with you. All right.
Yeah.
Listen, he's jealous, so why not? He should be jealous.
I think he's jealous of you.
Evidently. No, but he should be jealous. Obviously, you've had all the success. You get to write the Star Trek books. You get to direct the films, and you get to do Tech Wars and everything else. And you did that through hard work. No one can say you didn't.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, why not? I'll stick up for you. Listen, I'm into it. The book is called Star Trek, The Ashes of Eden. And what this is, for any Star Trek fan, and I know there are many out there, this will take you into new worlds, new adventures.
You have the old crew back again.
You've been waiting for this, obviously. Now's your chance to buy it in the stores. And then this is part of a trilogy, so that you will eventually experience...
Just the first of three.
Yeah, you have some fun reading the book. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Let's ask Sandy what a trilogy is.
There you go.
You ask her. All right, Star Trek, The Ashes of Eden, a novel by William Shatner. I want to thank you again for stopping in and visiting with us.
It was a pleasure as usual.
You had fun?
I really was.
Oh, good. Okay, good. I didn't think you'd be back again. You never know. Most people leave and never come back.
We were going to talk about what kind of a father he is. You admitted that you're career-driven and you don't pay much attention
So
to
is
your
William
family.
Shatner.
I would imagine he was. You don't get this kind of success without ignoring people.
No. Is that true, Bill? Were you really a good father?
I was.
You were?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So your kids won't be on the psychiatrist couch screaming about you?
3 beautiful and intelligent and talented daughters.
Yeah.
Is that right? No, so they dig you and everything through everything.
And they know you.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to get to know my kids very soon.
All right.
They're young. They're not into
Well, then take advice from
Put
him.
them in your movie.
Yeah, sure. That'll be good. They keep
That
bugging
way
me.
you get to see him at work.
My kids keep bugging me to be in a movie. You know, they want to be like, well, why can't we be in the movie?
Well,
Do you have kids in the movie?
Well, there'll be kids playing my kids. I don't want my kids.
I didn't know whether the kids were in the movie.
No, let me tell you. On the 18th...
Would you put your kids in a Star Trek movie?
Listen to me.
Go
On
ahead.
the 18th Tech War, the last Tech War of this season...
Yeah.
One daughter, Elizabeth, wrote it.
Yeah.
One daughter, Melanie, is acting in it.
Oh, really?
I've directed it and acted in it. And we had an epiphany. We had a moment between daughters and father. My third daughter was back at home and wasn't in it.
So you have 3 girls, too. How
Yeah.
are 3
I got
girls?
They all look like me.
Oh, stop it.
You're saying you're the father of William Shatner's children?
Aren't you going to tell them to...
Slowly I turned.
Right.
Adopt me, you bastard. Adopt me.
All right, take it easy.
I had a great time.
You did. It was good.
Greatest. And worth a lifetime of anything else.
Right, so you can so in the early years you can push them aside, and then when you get older,
The early
my
years.
I
plan.
don't think that's what
The
he's
early years.
saying.
No, I'm saying.
I think that's what he's saying.
Exactly
I'm
the
reading between the
opposite.
lines. Understood.
Almost there, Howard.
I got the kids lined up at the shrink's office. No problem. William Shatner, congratulations on Ashes of Eden, Star Trek. It's in the stores right now. This is a Simon & Schuster novel, and you can pick it up right now, and it's a lot of fun to go be with all the characters that you love from Star Trek. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for asking.
Okay, and we'll be back after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. 97.1 The Eagle.
850 at The Eagle. This is Brad Backstreet. It's 854 at 97.1 The Eagle.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show on KGL Fort Worth, Dallas. We're back with The Howard Stern Show.
His music is good. It's the announcer that's bad. Thank you. Jackie Jokeman, congratulations to you and your new CD and cassette, over 350 filthy jokes. Only $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy 2, get 1 free. Dial 1-800-323-KING for that. And Saturday night, June 24th, Jackie moves over to Club Benet in Sayreville, New Jersey. For jokes and Jokeland internet address, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service.
You know, I wish we had found this letter before William Shatner left. This guy writes that 30 years ago his mother dated William Shatner.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Was he good?
He says dating is probably a generous term. I don't know what that means.
Imagine you know William Shatner did your mother. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we got to keep that number on.
Hey, yeah, I'm a big fan of Star Trek. Yeah, that guy did my mother. Yeah, I don't want to...
Will Shatner did my mother 30 years ago. Well, how old are you, 30?
Yeah. He ain't doing it now, that's for sure. So, just a little bit of business on the show. Scott the engineer is getting ready for our vacation. You know, when we have vacation at the end of June, you know, we run best of. And Scott has to pull the reels Except he evidently is on the Prodigy Baseball. You know what Prodigy Baseball is? That's the computer service?
Yes.
You call in and you pick baseball players, and there's teams. Evidently, Scott is doing incredibly well on Prodigy Baseball and is so addicted to it that he literally has no time to do best of.
Oh.
And what happens is time is running out for best of. Like 4:30 this morning, he was on the computer to Prodigy, working out his baseball.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
How could anything be that good?
Scott, can I just give you a recommendation? I've heard through the grapevine, through my producer, I'll be honest, that what happens is you could have been doing best of all along, but you always like to wait. You hate doing best of. Tell the truth.
I don't hate it, no.
You hate running the tapes.
No,
I mean, it's not the favorite part of your job.
Well, it's not my favorite part, no, but
right.
I don't hate it.
So what he does is he waits until the last minute to get all the best stuff together.
I don't wait.
I've heard you waited.
I don't wait. He
Gary,
says I wait. I say I don't wait.
Does he wait?
You know what happens? And he gets burnt out. What happens is there's a mad rush. Like, we'll do this one for July, right?
Right.
And then what will happen is after July's done, instead of coming back and continuing to do it, Scott's so burnt out, like, oh my God, I just did 50 reels in 2 weeks, that he won't do it for a month and a half.
Right.
Because
he puts
there's so
it
much
off.
time till the next one.
And now he's busy with Prodigy Baseball. How's he going to have time?
I'm busy with Prodigy.
I heard they caught you this morning on it at 4:30.
No, it was about 3 mornings ago. Doug caught you. Doug came in to do the Stuttering John interviews, and he saw you in that office over there. And the only reason you should be in there is to play baseball.
No, I wasn't playing baseball.
What were you doing on that computer in the sales office?
I was on the computer, yeah.
Doing what?
Not playing baseball.
What were you doing?
I was checking something on Prodigy.
What were you checking?
Not my baseball thing, though.
What were you checking?
My mail.
What?
My mail? I was making some trades.
You get mail on Prodigy?
Yeah.
Who writes you on Prodigy?
Mickey Mantle. Right.
Come on, seriously, who is writing you that you get mail?
He acts like he doesn't understand the question.
I know. I mean,
he's looking at you like...
Well, he's thinking up an answer.
I know.
He wasn't checking the mail. He was playing Prodigy Baseball.
Can I have a lawyer?
Usually Prodigy is not available at that time anyway.
Of course not.
What do you mean it's not available?
They
of course
go down
it is.
they go down.
Oh, I've constantly gotten in at 4 in the morning.
No, they go down for maintenance every night.
Oh, they do? Yeah. Only you would know that. So what happens? You go on there, and what's happened is you're totally addicted to this. And what happens? Now you're the leader.
I don't spend time with Prodigy. I mean, you know.
Oh, liar,
Wait
pants
a second.
on fire.
What place are you in?
Hold on a second.
No, forget about whether it interferes with your work. What place are you in baseball?
Second.
Okay, so you play. But in order
I have a Prodigy baseball.
But
how old are you?
In order to play baseball, you have to do it every day, right? You have to go in every day.
I do most of it at home.
So you're doing some of it at work.
So why don't you do best of why don't you go home and play Prodigy baseball?
I do.
No, you don't. I see you on there all the time.
I'm telling you, I do.
You never pull it up at work.
Yes, I do. During my time. And I do get time.
I told Howard that. I told him you get an hour lunch.
Which I never take. I never take that.
I told him that.
I don't know, man, but then you're always in a mad rush. You run around here like a maniac when it's time for best of. I'm just saying, I think you ought to look into your time allotment better.
But seriously, Scott, there was a long period of time.
After you do 30, 40 hours of best of, it's very hard to just continue.
But you realize...
That's right. You burn out on it.
Right.
But you realize the reason you do 30 or 40 hours is because you don't do it for a long time.
Right. He lets it go to the end, and then it's 30, 40 hours in a row.
I don't let it go to the end.
You do. That's why you always end up doing 30, 40 hours. You could do 2 hours a day of it and never have to do 30, 40 hours.
2 hours a day is very difficult.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh. All right.
It's hard to race for the pennant and do best of at the same time.
Right, exactly.
I'll do it during the 7th inning stretch.
Gary hates Scott so much.
I don't hate him. I just hate this aspect of it. I really like Scott, but I hate...
And then what did you tell him? He's ruining your vacation.
I said he ruins my vacation because he gives it to me at the last second. Like, if I don't have all this stuff by the Tuesday before we go on vacation, I'm going to have to come in the first Monday and Tuesday of my vacation, which I would like to take, to get everything together.
The last best of it was done.
You say that every time, but there have been a couple of times where I've had to come in on my vacation. It's happened twice. In fact, a couple of years ago, I said to Scott, I'm going on my honeymoon. Don't screw with me. Don't wreck my honeymoon. I'm going. Have it ready. And then it was ready.
Yeah. So what happens? He's so late with the best of that he gets it right down to the wire that you have to write up all the little cards and stuff?
Right. As if, for instance, we need 30 reels of best of for these 2 weeks.
Right
now we have about 10.
Right.
So that means between now and the 30th of June, Scott's got to do 20. which is insane.
Right.
It's an insane amount of work, but he'll get it done, but he brings it on himself.
Because he waits so long. So you try to advise him.
They were like,
I don't think I've waited.
There were like 7 weeks where I never got a real best of.
I don't think so.
I know so. I know so. Because I warned you during the last best.
I'm just trying to help you guys out. I'm saying,
I understand that.
I'm just trying to help you out. That's
some days it's impossible to get any best of.
Right.
I understand
because of
that.
what goes on here.
I see. Okay. All right.
But minimally,
most days.
Minimally, you should be able to give me 2 reels a week. 2 reels a week would be how long would it take you to do 2 reels? 4 or 5 hours a week?
I need a cigarette.
Yeah.
You know, it's been real tough to do the best of because there's been a lot of injuries on my team.
Actually, there has. You know, and I've been worried about the players because I have a lot of disabled people.
You're in
You think
second
I
place. You
give
should be ashamed of yourself. You have that much time to devote.
I don't have that much time.
How long does it take?
It takes over this whole place because Richie, our chief engineer,
he's into it too.
He's really bummed out because he generally wins and he's doing really bad.
5 guys here that.
And Dave Herman's into it too.
Dave Herman. There's a salesman.
And you guys are all always piled around the computer, screwing around with your stupid baseball teams.
Absolutely not.
No. Okay. I'm hallucinating.
I do have to say that Scott's cut down a lot this year since last year, or either that or he's cut down in me catching him.
I wish Scott would go to Great Adventure and
all right,
experience negative G's.
I get plenty of negative G's.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's totally not true because I see Scotty all over the office, and they're always talking about Prodigy.
Yeah, I know. He's talking about it, and he gets on everyone's computer.
Like he's hanging out in Dave Herman's office, and he's in the business office.
No, I see what goes on. I know what's going on. You better get to work, Scott. Because what you're going to do is then you run around and you're in a bad mood because you're like, I got to do best of. Well,
that's the other thing that happens. Once you get from now till June 30th,
right?
You can't talk to Scott because it gets really hectic. And then
get out of here.
If I send John, he goes, get out of here, I'm busy.
Get out of here. I got to do best of.
Like Ralph
see the sign on the door? Get out of here.
Like Ralph has been complaining to me for 2 weeks that we don't have any new bumpers. But I can't really have Scott do the bumpers or any other work.
And I want new bumpers.
Because we got to get this done.
Scott, do you understand what upsets me?
I understand.
I want new bumpers now.
That.
But you're not available to do them because you're with Best Of.
You will get new bumpers.
Okay, fine. You can handle both.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, you know why?
Why?
Because we went out and hired somebody.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Who?
I thought Sandy was going to help us.
It wasn't approved.
Oh, it wasn't approved?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Scott, why don't you wear a baseball uniform to work? You and Dave Herman and Richie Herbert.
Maybe if they change those little figures on his digital station to baseball players.
Yeah, he'd be more involved.
He'd be more into his job.
You know, why did I think of that?
Come on, let me go back to my smoky field of dreams.
And what's this with Stuttering John complaining about his hemorrhoids?
He's having trouble with his hemorrhoids, and he's really worried.
He doesn't know what he's doing, man.
And
I thought he had gotten rid of them after he took your advice.
Hemorrhoids are just from bad eating and bad.
Go to Dr. Tush.
They came back with a vengeance. So John,
Dr. Tush, Dr. Tush, get the reference? Little joke, little humor.
Dr. Tush.
You think I give a crap if Baby Jackson goes camping or not? You're gonna stick here to the end, buddy.
So here's the deal with John. I had the same problem, and I had to go to the second to the last level. The last level is you have surgery.
So you got surgery?
No, I had the second. I went to my doctor's office and had I guess a minor surgery, not the one where you have to be admitted to a hospital.
Right.
But it was really,
and
really.
He's afraid to go to the doctor.
So I was explaining to John what's involved in it, and it's so disgusting.
It's freaky.
Piles.
They have to you actually get injected.
You told me he was crying.
Well, he was sweating.
Are you having a bad time, John?
He was sweating.
You know why? Because you're exercising and you're probably not all clean down there. And
why?
Yeah, it's the worst it's ever been.
Is it?
Yeah, I can barely sit down.
What are you doing that's different?
Like I got to sit down and make sure my cheeks are spread, you know?
Because you don't know how to wipe properly.
It's not that. Well, it's. I mean.
How many times a day you go to the bathroom? Be honest with me.
Yeah, once as soon as I get home from work.
All right, so you're like a dog. You go every day. Do you sit there and read?
No. I've been taking your advice on almost all counts. There's only one problem with the advice you give me.
3 wipes?
The 3 wipe deal. Because
back there, and you're probably not eating properly.
I think it might be diet because I know what John used to do.
He's straining when he moves his bowels.
But he used to come in and walk pigeon-toed, and he would go, "Oh man, I know I shouldn't did it. I had chili last night."
No, that's not the problem. You are straining on the bowl. You think, oh, my God, I got to go. I'm feeling like a little bit like I have to go. You have to wait until the last second that you have to go.
But you know what I also do, Howard? After the first...
You will never see me go if I kind of think I have to go. I almost have to be making in my pants to go.
After the first drop, then I trying to squeeze
that graphic. I don't want to get that graphic.
I'm not trying to get graphic.
No. You know what it is?
But
You're very stupid. You don't understand how to talk on the air.
What I was telling John...
You're getting too graphic.
All right, I'm sorry.
You're getting too graphic.
I don't need to be graphic.
What I was telling John is this process, this operation is almost similar to having a tooth removed you get stuck with a needle with Novocaine.
Yes.
And then they remove, the area. But John was saying, well, what was it like afterwards?
It's pain.
And I told him that I had to lay on my stomach for 3 days, and I was only allowed to eat dry toast and, cottage cheese.
You don't need to have surgery. What you need to do is listen to what I'm saying. I told you to use 3 swipes no matter what, but you didn't listen.
Didn't Ronnie have this problem?
He had it.
Well, you cured him, right?
Howard, it's been away for 8 months now.
First of all, I tucked them in for him.
But do you use those little wipes and tucks that they have?
Yeah, I have. Well, now I'm using Preparation H like a madman.
Yeah. Are you itchy?
No, it's just like you thumb with a hammer.
Yeah.
You know how it pulsates?
Yes.
That's what it's doing now.
Aren't you doing a lot of exercise? Are you running?
I'm riding the bike.
It's all aggravating it.
Can I help you out here? You're supposed to sit naked about 6 inches of really cold water.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know about that, but what you need to do is stop with all the wiping and all the straining in that area. You really do.
You need something to help smooth things out for him?
When you have to, call me every time you have to go to the bathroom, and I'll ask you the following question. I'll say, you really have to go? Is it really necessary? I mean, can you wait another half hour? And if you say yes,
Let me
it's not time to go.
Something, Howard, because it sounds to me like maybe he has a moisture problem.
Go ahead.
And maybe he needs something added to his diet.
Well, okay, if you want to address diet, he does not eat well.
Well, yeah, I have been, actually.
No, you haven't. No, you eat well for a day or two, and then you drink, and then you eat chili, and then you think you can exercise it all off. And your problem is that you don't have the proper diet. That's another problem with you. Eating vegetables and fruits?
Yes.
And lettuces and things like this?
Drinking lots of water?
Lots of
8
water.
glasses of water a day?
Maybe 5.
Okay.
Maybe he needs those oil pills.
You want a little oil in your diet?
No, I have
enough. You have canola oil?
I have enough fat.
What kind of oil do you have in there? In your salad? What?
I don't put oil in my salad.
Oh, well.
I just put balsamic vinegar.
And you don't put any oil?
No.
There's no oil?
No, I don't.
You can put a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of canola oil in that salad and loosen things up. All right?
It's painful, though.
Of course, because you don't know what you're doing. And calm down with the bike riding and the running until this is
bike riding is special.
Yeah.
Well, I've been riding a lot of bike. I've been doing a lot of.
That'll kill you. Well, calm down.
But you know what's weird? Like when I ride my bike, not on the hemorrhoid, but right above, like on the where
coccyx bone.
Yeah, where your butt begins to crack. Like right there, I would get like cuts,
because that's bad hygiene. That is from. I'm going to tell you what that's from.
But it's after I ride the bike.
When you shower, the hot water is hitting the crack, and it is what I'm being serious with you. Okay, listen to me.
Yes, I'm listening.
You should put some cream, and a good cream for that is just put cream right at the top of the crack, which is called Lubriderm. Just put a little cream. Little cream.
I can't believe he has this problem, and you know about it.
I can diagnose any anal problem.
I never heard of such a thing.
I am telling you, I know exactly what the boy's doing wrong.
The crack's back there.
Right.
He's cracking his crack.
Yes.
Your wife's on the phone. She wants to speak to John.
Oh, no. I don't want to hear my wife talk about her butt problems. This woman knows
She doesn't have personal experience.
What is the problem?
I don't have...
Are you going to talk about your butt?
No, I'm talking about John.
Hi, Allison.
What would you know about it?
No,
I don't even want to know you have a butt.
No, this is what he has to do. First of all, A&D ointment is very, very good.
Please, Allison, let me handle it.
No, and I want to say that if he has that 7-grain bread, that Shiloh Farm...
Allow me, please.
No.
Don't take advice from everyone.
But A&D ointment, that's for the hemorrhoid or for the...
A&D.
Is that for the hemorrhoid or for the other thing?
Both.
Oh, okay.
It's very healing and very soothing.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Every yent on Long Island knows better than me.
John.
I'm a professional.
I'm listening, Allison.
Okay, you've got to clean yourself out and soften yourself.
All right.
How do you soften yourself?
Allison, I don't want to hear you... All right, thank you. I don't want to hear you talk about it. I don't want to know about your bathroom habits.
This has nothing to do with me. I'm talking...
Yeah, but how do you know all of this?
Because I've been doing a lot of reading lately.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. All right, we heard your advice. Thank you. I don't want to talk about it.
He has not heard all
right, thank you.
What else is...
Okay, so you need that bread.
I'm trying to be polite here. All right, he'll get the bread. Thank you.
Maybe he'll call me later.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks,
Off the air. Very good.
You get to talk about it and no one else can?
I didn't... listen, when I married you, I didn't ask you to be on the radio with me. I'm not partnering.
Oh.
Thank you.
God.
Thank you. Thank you for your call.
All right, goodbye.
Okay, goodbye.
Did she have the roids?
Obviously. I think when she had one of the babies, she had the roids. And I don't really want to. Yeah, I don't really want to hear about it. Thank you. Try to be a little more feminine. Thank you. All right, good for you. Your roids. Yeah, I can't wait to race home and get her in bed.
Out with the roids.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. She's reading. She's reading. What is she reading? Medical manuals?
Oh, I think Jackie's going to die from that.
Yeah. That's great. She's got the dangling participle. That's sexy. Sometimes you have to sit quiet, Allison. Thank you. All right, turn off that music. Real funny. You're the one with hemorrhoids.
I know. Well, that's funny. It's funny.
Good. I'm glad you're having a laugh while your legs are all crossed.
I know.
You're in pain, aren't you?
You're sitting on the edge of the
You're almost
chair.
crying.
Yeah, it's been really, really bad.
When did it start? How long have you been in this?
About 3 days ago, and
And you've been ignoring it.
No, I've been wiping with the tux and.
Yeah. And why are you going so much in that area? Mellow out with the area.
What do you mean going so much?
You're forcing yourself. I'll talk to you off the air about this problem.
No, but I really have taken advice. The only problem with...
No, you didn't take
No, the only problem
You didn't do the proper wiping.
Well, that's because 3 times...
Well, that's key.
3 times...
Then get in the shower and rinse out. What, are you so busy with your life that you can't rinse out? You're only going once a day. Take a shower at that point. Rinse out.
All right.
Do your ablutions in the shower.
But you didn't say that last time. You didn't say go in the shower right after.
Of course I did.
He's always said that.
I've always recommended that to you. If you can't get everything done in 3, then get in the shower. All right?
All right, thank you.
All right, very good. Let me take a break and let's start the real news, Robin. This is the end of the medical advice.
This is the end of the butt news.
Yeah, butt news. I'm glad my wife has been reading. All right, we're going to take a break and we'll be back with the real news, not the butt news after this.
Hi, this is Joan Rivers, and you're listening to the Howard Stern Show. And he's wonderful, and he's great, and he's a terrific friend, and he's paying everyone to say this.
97.1 The Eagle. Howard Stern all morning. Pure rock all day.
Yeah.
97.1 The Eagle. It's the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Girl, you really got me now. You really got me so I don't know. Oh, girl. You got me now so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, you really got me now. Go on.
You got me so I can't sleep at night.
My breath. I'm dizzy from Sandy.
I was going to say, this is a very apropos song.
Yeah.
You've been sitting in there moaning since you left.
I'm looking at these naked pictures of her in Playboy. I'm just like, oh, man.
He looks at me and he says, Robin, you don't know how good she looks here. While he's showing me the picture.
Because you don't have a penis. I said it's like I have a fever when I look at these pictures. I'm like, I have an actual fever.
I think that you do that for the guys. Like, guys get around and they sit and look at a picture and they all try to feel something. And express it to each other.
No, I feel it. I got a barometer in my pants. I know I'm feeling it. You don't understand. All right.
Because they're all doing it in there. Comparing notes about how sick they feel from looking at her.
Let me, first of all, offer my apologies. Somebody...
Me?
No, not to you. It says here, Continental Cablevision. This is from the Cleveland Plain Dealer.
Okay.
Continental Cablevision officials said the company doesn't censor or black out broadcasts of Howard Stern's program in Lake County on Cable's E-Network, contrary to what Stern said yesterday on his nationally broadcast radio show. Now, as I told you, we got a letter from a fan who said that the show is blacked out. So, actually, I don't really apologize, but I'm just telling you that it corrects me here and says that the letter is not true. Here's this same fan who sends me the letter, says, I've watched your show on E! in Cleveland since it began. I don't know what station that nutcase was watching, but they do not censor your show on Continental Cable. So, there you go. Now here, I got to read you this one real quick, Robin, in other show business-related news.
Okay.
This one takes the cake. This is an example of the Fox network. You know, they gave $9 million. You know, in my book, my first book that I ever put out my whole life, I made a prediction in it that Chevy Chase would be off in 6 weeks. He was off in 5. I'm pretty intelligent when it comes to a lot of these things. At least when it comes to predicting who's going to be on television. And I got to tell you that Fox Network heaped $9 million on Chevy Chase and had no ability to see that the guy was a complete moron, had no talent, and had been, basically, he was way too old to be even handling this. He had not proven himself in any way. In a bigger disaster, the Fox Network has decided that they are going to take on Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm.
And who did they come up with to host this program, to actually head up the program? Radio jock Tract, T-R-A-C-H-T, who turns out is the Grease Man. I didn't know that was his name. Radio jock Tract, Fox talking about taking on Saturday Night Live. Now, this one, I'll give it 3 weeks. No, excuse me, I'll give it a week. Now, this one takes a cake. In fact, Gary, go bake a cake so that I can take it. Radio personality Doug Tract, best known as the Grease Man. Now, Fox obviously does not even check into who the Grease Man is. It's a guy who has lost ratings everywhere. He is out of Los Angeles radio.
Maybe they looked at him and said, you know what? He doesn't work on radio. It's television he needs. Maybe that's their rationale.
Whatever. I mean, what are they thinking? Listen to this. Radio personality Doug Tract, best known as the Grease Man, is in talks with Fox about joining a late-night sketch comedy show on the network that may challenge NBC's Saturday Night Live. Tract's evening radio program is syndicated by Infinity Broadcasting, same company I work for, my pals, who took this bozo and gave him a show, and now he's been the embarrassment of Infinity Broadcasting. He's lost ratings for them all over the place. Sandy Taylor is funnier than Grease Man. He has lost everywhere. I mean, he was taken out of Los Angeles radio. They put him on at night when nobody was against him. Music was against him, and he couldn't attract an audience. They gave him my slot in Atlanta. I heard that didn't work out. They gave him, I don't know. They gave him a slot here in New York. I've seen the ratings. Nobody's crowing. Tom Chiusano looks like a fool. He has egg all over his face.
Maybe Fox is coming in to save him.
This Fox is unbelievable. I know the guys at Fox. I mean, obviously, I've been in talks about several different kinds of programs with them, but I guess they got frustrated with me because I actually wanted some money. Tract must be doing it for free. Tract's evening radio program is syndicated by Infinity Broadcasting. I'm sorry, that's hard for me to say. In 9 cities, including New York and Los Angeles. That's a lie. He's not syndicated in Los Angeles. He was on in Los Angeles and lost all the audience, and they took him off. He was on KLOS. Do I have that right? Why is it that I can't get a decent article written about me, but people lie for the Grease Man? Am I right about that? He's no longer on in there, is he? His dialects and character voices have helped him develop a strong radio following over the last 10 years. That's a lie.
Dialects?
You don't do dialects, do you?
Waddle-daddle?
Yeah. But he's never done television. He's never done television. Following in the footsteps of radio stars Howard Stern and Rush Limbaugh, Tract recently signed a book deal with publisher Simon & Schuster. That'll be a disaster. That'll sell 12 copies because he is a knucklehead numbskull. Sources familiar with the talk said the Fox project, which has begun casting, all these guys do whatever I do. They syndicate their shows. All these years he's in radio. He never syndicated, never wrote a book, never did anything. And never did TV. Now all of a sudden, you know what it is? They all want me to work for them. And then they go and they start hiring radio guys.
Well, that's what they do. They can't get you, so they go for the lower price spread.
I hope that Fox hires him, because I'll know this show is doomed from the beginning.
Well, it sounds like they're already casting.
Yeah. Sources familiar with the talks, can you imagine, said the Fox project, which has begun casting, could either be for weeknights or Saturday and late night. It'll end up on that other network they have.
FX?
FX. But Fox Entertainment president John Martian made it clear.
You made it, you can't miss it now.
John Mashawin. Looks like it's Matoin, but I think it's pronounced Martian. John the Martian made it clear at a recent press conference that the network wants to be in late night on Saturday in the fall. Yeah, just rush the program on.
But this... But this is what they always do. They
Yeah.
wanted to be on late night on a daily basis, so they rushed on Chevy
Right.
Chase.
Executives at Fox could not be reached for comment. Of course not. They're embarrassed. Who would want it? How would you invest money in another loser? So far, Fox seems farthest along in the race to challenge NBC's Saturday Night Live. Well, you don't know that. CBS might be well equipped to handle it. They don't know anything. Why, CBS and the brilliant new head of CBS might be very, very set to go against Saturday Night Live in the fall.
Maybe they're playing their cards close to their vest, as they say.
That's right. Network insiders confirmed that head writer Saturday Night Live Jim Downey won't be returning to the show next season. That's the Saturday Night Live show.
Yes, it's supposed to be undergoing a major overhaul.
Yeah. Well, I think that the Grease Man is just the man. I like it. I support this move. I think that Fox should invest money in him, and they should have him on this show.
You applaud.
I applaud it because it will be my biggest delight to tune that show in. Right, Grease Man?
What a little dollar.
Right.
Yes, welcome to the show.
Put him on.
She might do that.
Put him on Fox 10 hours a day. Because it'll please me to no end.
Did I
watch
fail?
him fail.
Did I fail yet?
Yeah. You failed already, and it's not even on yet. It will be the shortest program in the history of Fox Television.
Yes, a big spot.
It'll be off quicker than Class of '96.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble is right.
Hang on, Danny. Ha-cha-cha.
Good.
Gobble.
Gobble, gobble this. Robin, what else is in the news?
Oh.
You want to take a break and compose yourself?
No, I can go now.
I thought maybe do a story and then we'd break.
Sure, I want to talk about lots of people in the news, lots of ill people in the news today.
Probably Fred Norris heading up that list of ill people.
Well, you know, we haven't gotten a diagnosis on Fred yet, and no one will talk about his condition, so I can't really go into that.
Right.
But they are talking about baseball great Mickey Mantle today.
Oh, yeah.
They were actually, people invaded Mickey Mantle's restaurant yesterday here in New York to see what people thought about the fact that it was announced that Mickey Mantle is at Baylor University Medical Center in Dallas awaiting a liver transplant.
Hey, Christopher Reeve's liver is available.
No, Chris still needs his liver.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
It's working.
Oh, I thought that he was available for organ transplant.
No, he's still with us, and his liver is working for him.
Right.
Damn, I'm on that list. Yeah, I mean, here's Mickey Mantle, a man who has abused himself for years.
Yeah.
No, you know, it's no great mystery why he's in the hospital, but we have a medical expert to tell us anyway.
Right.
So, where's my list of cards here? It's right here. I'll get you a number.
I got it. I got to figure it out.
You got it?
It says doctor. It's got to be there.
All right. It's the doctor is here to talk about Mickey's condition.
I would suspect that the progressive liver failure is really alcohol-mediated cirrhosis.
He would suspect,
Right.
but he's not sure.
Yeah, this is almost as shocking as Sammy's lung cancer. I would suspect it's from years of cigarettes. Oh, really? Well, Lily.
Well, what's your best guess?
Oh. Yeah.
So anyway,
Lily.
said to be not doing too well.
Right.
He was complaining of stomach pain.
I love all these guys who abuse themselves and they get new livers, and then they go right back to drinking because why not?
Well, that's what they like to do.
You got a healthy liver, you might as well use it.
The only thing that stopped them was a bad liver.
Yeah, the liver's so fragile, damn it. Isn't everything that's fun always it affects something?
Well, you know what? It's one of the organs that doesn't necessarily regenerate itself real well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with it. So anyway, they found him subdued, groggy, and in pain. Rushed him to the hospital.
Now, had they been looking for a liver for him for a while, or they just all of a sudden realized it?
This is the first I've heard of him having a liver problem. You know, they did say to him the last time he had an alcohol problem that if he didn't quit drinking, he was going to die. So I would imagine they found considerable liver damage at that point. And so he did stop, but it wasn't soon enough, I suppose, to save his liver. And now he's suffering from severe stomach pains as a result. And they say that he's in a situation now where he's fighting for his life. And the only thing that could save him is probably a liver transplant.
Jackie laughs at all these guys with liver problems. He continues to drink and no
he
problem.
He doesn't learn a thing.
You went to the doctor, right, Jackie? They said your liver was fine.
Sure. What's left of it?
If I was Mickey, I'd have a liver on hold since 1963.
Yeah, why didn't he get a liver before?
I would have just said, hey, why don't you put in for a liver now? We've got 30 years, maybe.
Throw in some onions.
Well, anyway, here is Mickey Mantle talking about himself.
Oh, really? He was able to be interviewed?
No, this was an earlier, Mickey Mantle interview. He's not talking to anybody right now.
Yeah, can't blame him. All right, here he is, the Mick. The Mick.
1969, when I retired, I didn't feel like that I had given it all I had, or I felt like something was missing. And by that time, I was probably an alcoholic and didn't know it. I didn't realize it.
Smart guy. Didn't know he was an alcoholic. I love people who say that. Yeah, I'm drinking 90 beers a day. I don't know I'm an alcoholic.
My liver weighs 50 pounds.
Yeah. I guess what Jackie says is true. Cold gold makes you old.
That's right.
Made Mickey old.
Mickey's only 63.
Sing along. Go
Here it is. Maybe there's more prophecy in
Coco
this
makes your
song.
way between time. Coco makes you sleep. Rest of your prime. Whiskey to celebrate. Music to body weight. Comes out of your interview. You're drunk. Ready?
All right, here we go. Everyone sing along. It goes like this. Cold gold makes you old way before your time. Cold gold makes you old way before your time. Cold gold makes you sleep right through your prime. And there's no whiskeys for celebrating. Beer just gets your body waiting. Comes out of your ears before you're drunk.
Well, drink it by the six-pack and
glug it by the quart. Guzzle it by the gallon until you start to snort and snort. Belly like you're pregnant. To get a woman, you gotta beg, and she won't be too long.
Well, taste it when you're 10 and drink it by 13.
Turn this off, man. I gotta
Mickey
have
has
it.
lived this song.
I like that. Guzzle it by the gallon till you start to snore and snort. Get a belly like you're pregnant. To get a woman, you gotta beg, and she won't be much to look at anyway. Great philosophy. Great song.
But you're happy because of that cold gold.
You're so fat from your beers. You can't even get a good-looking girl. Oh, way before your time. Gets that hillbilly accent going.
Who ever heard of a song with pregnant in it?
Yeah.
Hey, I needed to rhyme.
What came first?
I like the next verse. Taste it when you're 10, drink it by 13. Waste it till you realize it makes you obscene and makes you act like a madman. Let's hope it's just a fad, and then they'll change that legal age to 31.
Oh, so he needs somebody to make
Right.
him stop drinking.
Yeah, Jackie's so out of control, he needs someone to change the
That
legal
cold
drinking
gold
age.
is so good. He tasted it at 10. How do you get a beer at 10?
Mom.
Grabbed it off the table.
Yeah. Who could resist?
Start drinking by 13? You started drinking when you were 13?
Oh, yeah. All the Martlings.
Actually, I started at 12, but I needed 13 for the meter of the store.
Why bother? You could have gone with 12. No one would have known the difference.
Yeah, you got pregnant in there.
All right, we got to take a break, and we'll...
Well, anyway, let me tell you, Mickey's spokesperson gave out a brief statement yesterday and said that Mickey and his family have a very positive attitude about his recovery and sincerely appreciate the prayers and thoughts of his friends and fans. And apparently a lot of people are wishing him well. They say in the paper today that ex-Yankees are keeping a vigil for Mickey Mantle.
You know, it's only about 6 years away that we have that announcement on the air where Jackie's in the hospital for liver cancer.
We'll be soliciting a liver
Right.
for him.
Hey, I didn't know.
No, I'm an alcoholic. It didn't stop me, though.
You know, everybody's signing your donor cards because, transplants are very important.
Yeah.
Why didn't somebody tell me?
Yeah, I'm going to sue the alcohol companies.
Not only should you sign that little place on the back of your driver's license, but you should inform your family that you want to be a donor.
No.
I'd like to donate my eyes to the eye bank.
Because we'll be on the air 6 years from now, and we'll go just like this. Does anyone remember the guy Jackie Martling who worked with us about 6 years ago, but of course needed more money?
Walked off the
So
show.
he's not here anymore? Well, he's in need of a liver, and he's real sick, and he's a nice guy. Maybe if somebody knows of someone with a liver, they could help him.
Yeah, we just heard Jackie was put into the hospital, and it's only days
Yeah.
before he'll be dead if he doesn't get a liver.
Would you do that?
Why don't we get the liver now, and then we put it on
Put it
ice?
on ice.
Yeah, just to get ready for the transplant. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
Hi, this is Melissa Gilbert, and you're listening to Howard Stern, my friend of 10 years, even though I don't really listen to the show.
97.1 The Eagle. Howard, Harley, and Pure Rock. 97.1 The Eagle. We're back with the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Great. I'd love to be back. I would love to be back. All right, Robin, what else is in the news?
I told you there were a lot of people who are suffering from some sort of illness or other lately. Yesterday, Minister to the Nation, Billy Graham, collapsed during a speech. I forget where he was, but he was, on one of his crusades.
Wasn't he talking about how long he was going to live?
I don't know what his topic of conversation was, but in the middle of it, he started to go down. We have a little bit of tape of Billy Graham. Here is Billy Graham on the way to collapse.
Okay. Good for you.
Number 7, that would be how.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah, I'm on top of it, Rob.
Very good.
We need a spiritual blaze.
You do.
I am going to sit down. I apologize. I don't know why I spent so much time working on this if I knew I wasn't going to be able to give it.
What a trooper.
Well, he got up and he tried to continue the speech, but then he really did get too lightheaded to go on, and he had to be laid down on the floor.
Maybe that's what happened to Fred yesterday.
I know it was happening to me the other morning.
Yeah, you were lightheaded.
So I can understand, Mr. Graham. He does suffer from Parkinson's disease, which I did not know. And they say that he's doing okay. His daughter actually expects him to speak later today. Here's Billy Graham's daughter talking about, what it's like to watch her father in his, advanced age with a chronic illness continue to work so hard.
Billy Graham's got a cool deal. He's allowed to get laid, and he could still be like a man of the cloth. I like that.
Well, he's not Catholic.
Right. That's a good religion, what he's got.
If you told him that he couldn't preach anymore, I think you would really remove his spirit and his soul, and I think you'd probably hasten his homegoing.
Boy, she sounds like she's been indoctrinated pretty well.
Boy.
No rebel there.
He's been in it for years.
Yeah, she's not rebellious at all.
He just has a heart to bring people to Jesus Christ, so that his schedule, the little meetings in between, he needs to cut back on, but his major meetings, that's who he is.
It's a whole
if you told him he couldn't do that anymore, I believe he would cease to exist.
A whole business talking about his religion. That's great, man. What a racket. He's got the daughter involved, too.
Yeah, well, the whole family.
Yeah.
There's more of Billy Graham's daughter.
I immediately wondered, is this the day that God would call him home? And I know that day is coming. My father is not immortal, but I also know one wonderful thing about being Billy Graham's daughter. You know that he is ready to meet God. You know that it could happen at any time, and yet you know it won't happen before God is ready for him to come home.
What a brave
when he's
man.
finished his life's work.
Well, who isn't ready to meet God? I mean, it's going to happen.
And who is going before their time?
Yeah. What is she talking about? What a brave man. He's ready to go when God calls him. Yeah, that's like he got a lot of options.
Have you ever seen anybody ignore the call?
Yeah. Jackie.
I'm not ready yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I don't want to meet you.
So
anyway.
Boy, she's involved. I tell you, that's a great family business. I wish my dad had built up something like that. Imagine the bucks they have.
Because there is no one who's not qualified to go into that business.
And yeah, of course. Anyone could be. You don't have to be smart to be in that business. All you got to do is have a good rap.
You got a
Jesus.
great rap.
Oh. Jesus is going to ask all of us to meet the challenge. Hey, tell me if this is good. Jesus is going to ask us to meet the challenge in future years. It's not going to get any easier, my friends. If you're thinking that meeting Jesus' word and learning his rules is going to get easier as it gets on, no, that doesn't get easier. It gets harder.
People are going to laugh at you for following Jesus.
Give me $40.
That's okay.
What this ministry is doing is so important. We are spreading the word of Jesus Christ in so many faraway places, and just even the littlest of contributions, those who give $5, that $5 goes towards spreading the gospel. And when these savages learn about Jesus Christ, they open their lives to a whole new meaningful experience. You stupid morons. Thank you. Oh, I feel a little faint.
Morons, listen up.
All right, morons, I feel faint. Help me out here.
He's so good, man.
He is.
20 years ago, I went to see my grandmother, and she said, wait a minute, I got to watch TV. Billy Graham is going to say a prayer especially for me. I sent him $10. And I thought, like, he's going to look out there and say, you, and, mention names.
Right.
And he said, and now? And he points towards the camera and goes, this is just for you.
Oh, for your grandma.
Your grandmother knew.
She said, see, that was for me. And
Yeah.
Holy Christ.
She should have sent 30.
Times 50 million people.
All right.
And then Jackie took a drink because those were his genetics.
No wonder you drank. Yeah, how do you overcome that?
Me and Grandma had some tequila.
Grandma Marlowe.
I finally figured it out. He was pointing at the collective you, not Gertie Martling.
What was Grandma Martling's first name?
Gertie. That was Anna Skinner.
Anna?
Anna Skinner.
Yeah. Grandma Anna.
Grandma Poole.
Yeah.
Well,
right off the boat.
Billy was in Toronto, and he took that call.
Yeah. I've always wanted to get into the ministry. This goddamn religion of mine keeps me out of it. I tell you something, I would love to do it. I know I'd be so good at it, getting that stupid money out of those yokos. Go down to, like, Arkansas, just wipe them clean. And, what are you teaching them? Like, Jesus Christ, and he's the guy, not Buddha, not this one, not this rock that these Africans pray to, but this guy is the guy. And I need to tell you about it. Holy mackerel, Lemmy. Just put my hands in their pockets. Why don't you just let me empty their pockets? I could do it. And, I would love, what we got to do?
What?
I don't know how we can make this ever happen. I would love to, get Ralph to make me up with a wig, a short hair, and, make me up as a preacher, and just be a visiting preacher at a parish.
Every Sunday.
And see how much money I could get.
I got to tell you, it drives me nuts that, what's his name? Please forgive me.
Yeah, Jimmy Swaggart.
Cousin.
Jimmy Swaggart.
He's still on TV.
I watched him the other week.
Preaching, and people are smiling and giving.
They love him. Me, they hate. Because I don't like Tejano music. All you got to do is say, Jesus Christ, they all love you.
Well, if you started telling people you found Jesus, I think it would take everything away.
I think that's O.J.'s move after he gets out of this fix he's in.
Going to be a religious guy?
Yeah, I think he's going to have a whole religious conversion, and he's going to become a huge star in the religious circuit. And I need forgiveness, and, I know I didn't do anything wrong, obviously, and now I want to pray with you. Oh, it's going to be huge.
You'll become a traveling minister?
Yeah, you'll see. You're not going to travel anyway. You'll be on TV. Go ahead, Rob.
Well, anyway, they expect Billy to be released from the hospital tonight, and he will preach.
Of course.
At the Sky Dome in Toronto.
So many of you have asked me, why, Billy, why do you come here tonight when you've just been released from the hospital? You got to understand my philosophy. It's the philosophy of Jesus Christ. We're here to serve.
Well, there'll be a great lesson he's learned from this
of course,
latest atrocity.
You can't sit around. I can't sit in a room. Worry. Worry is not for me. And worry is not for you. Open your hearts, open your wallets. Let's get down to some serious business. I need cash. I want to pray for Mickey Mantle right now, who has opened his liver to us. I want to fleece. I want to save you so much. Thank you. Oh, it's the greatest racket going.
And people treat you almost like you're Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, Billy Graham is like, you heard the daughter. He is the most wonderful, brave man because he's ready to meet his maker. I thought God was going to take him.
People watch what they say around Billy Graham, just as if he's something more than a man.
And what we do is, on my ministry, I'd go into business with Christopher Reeve. I'd have like Jim Henson's puppets. I'd attach him to strings, and I'd get him up to walk.
Oh, every night.
Yeah, every night. We get wires. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you've read about my dear friend Superman, Christopher Reeve. Tonight I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to ask Christopher Reeve to place his heart and his health in the Lord Jesus Christ. Heal this man. Then all of a sudden, they pull him up.
We're going to take Superman.
We're going to make him super.
Super Jew. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, they'll pull him up too high because they pull the strings, and he'll be flying. Just like the real Superman. Right out of his chair. Heal Superman. And I'll go 50-50 with Christopher Reeve.
You two will split the take.
In a week, he'll make more than he made on that whole Superman series. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more news right after this.
More to come when the Howard Stern Show returns in a moment. It's the The Howard Stern Show.
Well,
here's Howard.
I'm tired and I'm leaving. What do you think of that? How you like them apples?
I was close to collapse. I really wasn't just walking on.
Well, I'm tired.
Go lay down and get some oxygen.
I'm tired. Anyway, but go ahead, Robin. I'll hang in there. What else is in the news?
Well, let me see where I want to go next here. Christopher Reeve.
All right.
Had his operation. It went well yesterday. They put the head of his bed at a higher angle. He's been laying flat since he broke his neck last week.
Way to go. To get the bed up, huh?
That's major progress to be sitting up.
Wow.
They say that'll help him breathe better and help him start on his road to rehabilitation. They say he has a very positive attitude and is ready to face the future. He was able to move his head a little bit. And so...
That's more movement than I get out of Fred. How about moving your head, Fred?
Things can't go anywhere but up for Superman, I guess.
There you go, Superman. Some Superman. Now he should be in the Superman movie. Let's see him explain that one.
Oh, boy.
I hear he's like a real nice guy, Superman. You know, Chris Reeve.
That's what I've heard. You know, a lot of people have had interesting and nice things. I haven't heard anybody calling up and saying he was a real scuzzball.
That rat Jeff bastard. I mean, even his girlfriend, who he had 2 kids with, likes him.
The ex-girlfriend, she's sitting there reading cards to him every day.
There you go.
Visiting every day.
With the wife.
So he's keeping it together pretty well on that front. And they say that it's still too early to tell what's going on. Don't hope for any miraculous recovery. That would be asking a bit too much. Let's just take it one day at a time. His family says that he's been overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and support he's received. He never expected such an enthusiastic response.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jerry Lewis is as healthy as a horse. You don't hear anybody saying anything great about him.
At the O.J. Simpson trial yesterday, that Dr. Lakshmanan, is that what his name is?
That is correct, Lakshmanan. That's Lakshamanam-Ph. Lakshanam.
I'm really...
Dr.
Lakshmanan.
Lakshmanan.
Satya Vajeshwaran.
My name is Dr. Lakshmanan Satya Vajeshwaran. The first name goes as follows: L.
Get ready.
K. S. H.
Wake me up when it's over.
H. N. A. N.
Right.
And the last name is S. A. T. S. in Thomas. H. Y. A. V. A. G. I. S. W.
Right. You don't try to assimilate or anything.
What is he supposed to do? Change his name?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, he's like Ralph with his hair. He wants attention with his name.
He's Dr. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
And could you spell that for the court, please?
S-U-P.
Yes.
E-R.
Yes.
A-M.
Yes.
B.
Yes.
X.
What about H?
H.
Yes.
T is in Thomas.
J as in Jackie.
I would, but you know, if the guy was Dr. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, so you change your name to Dr. Super. You know what I mean?
Why?
What's the guy's name? Locke? It should be Locke. Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce that last name.
My name is Dr. Lakshmanan Satya Vajeshwaran.
All right. Dr. Larry Sabder.
Oh.
S-A-B-D-E-R.
I don't think anybody should have to change their name.
I didn't say they have to. I said get with the program. I am Dr. Lockstockenbarrel. How do you spell that? L-O-C-K-S-T-O-C-K-E-M-B-A-R-R-E-L. Dr. Lockstockenbarrel.
Lakshmanan.
Lakshmanan, yes.
I'm trying to get it. So anyway, he was on the stand yesterday, and they started showing those photographs, and they did have the expected result.
O.J. cried.
Everybody winced, took deep breaths, and fought back tears.
They put O.J.'s foot in a bear trap and got a tear out of him. Mr. Johnny had the bear trap attached to his foot.
And he hit it at the appropriate time.
Whack. Yeah.
Simpson had fought to be excused, so everybody was surprised that he remained in the courtroom.
O.J., you're upset? He never saw anything like that.
No, I didn't.
They said the pictures were so gruesome that when he cut Nicole's head, you could see the spinal cord.
Oh.
The actual spinal column.
Well, they actually even did a demonstration of somebody, you know, lying on their front and having their head pulled back so that their neck would be exposed so that such a cut could be made, and then took a ruler and drew it across the throat as a knife would have been.
That ain't how I did it.
How pissed off O.J. must have been. I mean, you know, when someone murders someone like that.
I was talking to a police
passionate.
officer over the weekend, and he said, you know, the most incredible thing was that O.J. was so arrogant that he didn't even bother to plan.
No, it's just like, I'll get off, won't I? I won't even think about it. Unbelievable. Hey, Gary, for tomorrow's show, get me one of those big blow-up rubber dolls, and I'll demonstrate how O.J. did it. I'll do it for the E-camera.
Yes, because they're not showing the pictures to
Right.
the television cameras.
Yeah, so I will demonstrate. Thank you, Robin.
Let me see, was there any other O.J. news yesterday?
And get lots of ketchup. Lots of ketchup. I'll need that.
All I know is the debate between Cato Kalin and the author of this new Cato Kalin book, Mark Elliott, continues to go on. Cato says that Mark Elliott is lying. Mark Elliott says that Cato is lying. And here is Mark Elliott to explain why he thinks that he will be eventually proved to be the truth teller in this issue.
I really don't want to get down to that childish level with this fellow. I mean, the difference is that I have the tapes and he doesn't.
Right.
And when those tapes become public, we'll see who was telling the truth and who wasn't.
Yeah, get in here with the tapes. He's got the tapes.
Yeah, let us hear them.
Yeah, I don't know why he's holding them back.
We know what Cato said on the stand.
Yeah.
And we know what he said in interviews, so let's hear the tapes.
So why wouldn't he release the tapes? What's his deal? Mark Elliott.
I haven't had a conversation.
No, what I can't figure out is, like, didn't Mark Elliott and Cato have an agreement that they'd put out this book together?
Yeah, they were writing it together. It was,
So how come Mark Elliott can all of a sudden just go, hey, you know what? I'm going to write this book myself.
I suppose there was some kind of a deal where he had the rights to the tapes.
I guess, but, I mean, it is Cato's story.
Cato decided that he no longer wanted to be involved,
Yeah.
he still had the tapes.
Yeah,
he
but
could go and do anything he wanted.
It must have been some contract.
Well, it's Cato. Come
Yeah,
on.
Cato's management team.
Oh, and let's hear a couple of the statements made by the coroner at the trial yesterday. Here is Lakshmanan talking in the courtroom.
Excuse me?
Lakshmanan.
Oh,
I'm trying.
God bless you. All right, here we go.
My estimate, if somebody was looking for a knife, would be a 6-inch long blade, single-edge cutting blade with a blunt edge up to 1/8 inch in width and about 3/4 inch wide.
Photography.
I think that the O.J. Simpson trial is a wonderful thing in one sense, that we are seeing that Americans come in all shapes, sizes, accents.
Yeah, and everyone's, working together, and
It's incredible.
it's also been wonderful for the E! Network.
Here is Lakshmanan again.
You know, in the old days, you used to think a guy with an accent like this was the suspect. Now you see that he's a working man. Yeah.
Basically, that a single-edge knife is capable of causing all the wounds in both the victims. That I cannot exclude a double-edged knife being used in some of the wounds.
What Dr. Lakshmanan is doing is trying to mitigate some of the problems that they will have with the actual coroner who conducted the autopsy. A lot of mistakes were made, which is what he admitted on the stand yesterday.
Yes.
Mistakes were made in the autopsy, not the least of which was the fact that they only spent 2 hours on the autopsy of Ron Goldman when they should have doubled that time to make a sure assessment of what was going on. They threw away stomach contents. They did a lot of things they shouldn't have done, but he was trying to explain that none of the things that were done that would be considered mistakes would have changed the outcome of the autopsy.
Yeah, he could have been more thorough, but this is they said, hey, look, O.J. did it. What's the difference?
We already got it.
Now, you call him Dr. Lakshmanan. Isn't that his first name, Lakshmanan?
Yeah, well, I can't pronounce the last name.
All right. Just
you try it.
You're the one who wants him not to assimilate.
You try it.
Yeah, all right. Dr. Lakshmanan.
So anyway, here is Dr. Lakshmanan and whoever was cross-examining him or examining him yesterday.
All right.
Did you find, in your opinion, that any of these mistakes had any significance to you in being able to form opinions on each of those issues?
I don't know what you said.
None.
See?
That was Brian Kellberg, who was the prosecuting attorney doing the direct examination.
Yeah.
So the O.J. trial is continuing.
Super.
Meanwhile, there's some debate as to whether the jurors who have now been dismissed haven't gone too far in giving out information about what's going on with the jury.
Yeah.
It continues to be quite a crazy mess. They have determined that the motorman on one of those subway trains that collided last week might have been asleep at the wheel. But also, the emergency brake wasn't working.
Wow.
So even if he had been awake, there would have been nothing he could have done. So it's a wonderful system we're running here. Go down there and take those subways and stay out of those cars.
Choo-choo!
Back at the schools, the sex scandals continue to be revealed.
I drank too much last night.
A guy named Ventura Blasini from the Bronx was let out of Martin Luther King High School in handcuffs yesterday in front of a shocked group of students after police accused him of molesting a girl on June 1st. Blasini, who is known as Vinny to the students at his school, has worked at the school as a supplies clerk for 6 years. But the other day, after the incident occurred, a student went to police and told them that Blasini fondled her during school hours.
I would love to.
OJ, aren't you in enough trouble?
It happens.
He's been charged with third-degree sexual abuse and endangering the welfare of a minor. The girl said that, last week...
No.
Go.
He just started fooling around with her. They don't think that force was involved, but a child of her age cannot give such consent. So he was hauled off to jail. This is after last week when two teachers, a teacher actually and a student aide, were accused of having sex with students, and the week before where Glenn Harris was accused, a gym teacher was accused of taking a girl across state lines to have sex with her. Yesterday, the young woman who was the teacher's aide and has been accused of handcuffing a 14-year-old student and having sex with him, said she's the real victim.
Right.
She came out. She has engaged the legal services of William Kunstler and Ron Kuby.
Private Partsler. Really, watch your language. I'm gonna call the FCC. I don't care what Tom says. I'm not supposed to call them. I'm reporting you. That's the third time you've done that today. Kunstler.
She says that she opened her home to a young man who came to her saying he wanted to discuss some problems. He told her he was 18 years old. He made an advance toward her. Mm-hmm. She rebuffed him, but she did admit to kissing him, but then turning him away. And she says there was a woman who witnessed this whole thing and will corroborate her testimony.
All right.
She said she was talking to police yesterday to clear her name. She is estranged from her husband at this time. However, there is supposedly a tape recording of a conversation between her and this young boy where she admits to having handcuffed him and other things. She refused to respond to questions about that tape yesterday.
Yeah, how do you respond to that?
Her lawyers say that this is just an overzealous prosecutor trying to get his name in the newspaper.
She's a hot chick, Spanish broad. You see those pictures of her in the paper today? I'd love for her to chain me up.
I would love to.
That's what I'm waiting for. Would that be the greatest? One of your teachers chains you up, you go over to drop off something? Oh, my high school sucked.
You didn't have any teachers going that far.
No. I couldn't even get anything off the male teachers.
Did you see that Sonny Block, the man who had that financial show on TV, who ran off to the Dominican Republic because he thought that they'd keep him there and not extradite him?
But he had a financial show on radio.
Right.
Yeah.
And he had been accused by the Securities and Exchange Commission of defrauding his listeners by offering them scams that he knew really weren't as good as producers of money as he said they were on the radio show.
Robin, he's a radio guy. What do you expect?
I expect him to just talk about what he knows.
Most radio guys are deviants. I mean, really.
Well, all I've got to say is now he was charged along with 2 of his business associates, and those 2 guys have already pleaded guilty. And said, yes, we knew that we were giving false information over the radio to get people to buy into these scams. And Sonny is now back in the United States. Did you see him? They have pictures of him in the paper. He used to have a massive curl.
Yeah, toupee.
I must have been worried to death about this trial because now he's bald.
Yeah. Well, first of all, this is a radio guy. And the first I've heard of him is because he's in the paper. I mean, I've never heard this show.
Criminal activity.
Where is the person? I want to meet the people who would actually take advice from a radio guy. Financial advice from a radio guy. If he knows so much, what does he need to be on the radio for?
Guaranteeing you great returns.
Yeah.
And you trust him. Here's a guy who's sitting there. Here's how you're supposed to run your life.
You trust a radio guy? I don't know.
Not me, but there are people out there, I suppose, who do.
I wouldn't get financial advice from a radio guy.
What is going on with Covenant House? What is the problem?
Hey, you act like I did something. How would I know?
Covenant House, of course, was best known as a haven for troubled children, troubled teens who find their way to the streets.
That was cool.
And it was, the chief fundraiser and creator of Covenant House was this guy, Bruce Ritter, who was a father.
Father Bruce Ritter.
Was commended for his actions by presidents, etc.
Yeah.
And then one day it turned out that a lot of young boys came out and said, he took advantage of us while we were there.
A little bit of fondling going on.
Now, a former employee has sued the director of Covenant House for $11 million, charging sexual harassment.
From the priest?
Of both a physical and verbal nature. Ellen Walsh said she was driven from her $51,000 a year job as director of several programs in November because of sexual harassment by the executive director of Covenant House, Bruce Henry.
I can't believe that. Very sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
I mean, they're just coming back from the terrible scandal that plagued them a few years ago, and now here we have something going on again.
Innocent until proven guilty.
She says that Henry suggested that his evaluation of her job performance was directly related to her willingness to accept his advances in companionship.
Right. Well,
now,
so it is with most women.
Who took over Covenant House after Ritter was forced to resign.
Well, at least he's going after girls, according to this suit.
Yeah, but what is it? You sit in that chair and you have to grab somebody?
Well, hey, you don't know. She could be making false accusations. At least it's a woman. That's all I'll say.
That makes you feel better.
I am encouraged.
Things are improving.
Yeah. At least it ain't priests with young boys.
$100,000 bail has been set for the rabbi's aid in that sex case out of Los Angeles. 2 Brooklyn rabbis were accused of molesting a 15-year-old girl aboard a flight from Australia last week.
I'm surprised a rabbi would molest a girl because they're so happening with those beards and payas. I think they'd be able to attract just about any woman on their own.
If convicted, this particular rabbi could face up to 15 years.
Is anyone on this planet not molesting somebody?
I think it's us. We must be too busy.
Yeah, I don't know about Jackie. Yeah, I'm not too busy to molest you, my dear.
No, I was talking about me and you now.
What?
Except my advances. My companionship.
All right, what else is in the news? Anything, Robin?
At the French Open, a little upset yesterday. Andre Agassi being ousted from the tournament after hurting his hip by some Russian dude. So that's it for us, I guess.
I thought he hurt his hip in the sack with Brooke Shields.
Oh. All I know is that it showed up on the court.
I see.
So he was, I guess,
she's a big girl.
Favored to win the tournament, and now he's out of it.
Well, lucky him. He gets to leave France sooner. France, the hellhole of the world. Piece of garbage French. They shouldn't even have a tennis game there. No one American should show up there.
One of the biggest tournaments of the year.
Yeah, good. I would boycott. If someone wanted me there, I would boycott.
The NBA playoffs are getting underway tonight. It's the matchup of the big men. Hakeem Olajuwon against Shaquille O'Neal. That's the matchup everybody wants to see. And here is Hakeem to talk about what it's going to be like to face the Orlando Magic with Shaquille O'Neal on the court.
That's what it's going to sound like. You know that.
I don't know that.
Let's see.
They have,
worse than I thought.
Which is the enforcer, a very strong.
Just make these guys have to learn English if they're going to be,
Well, he is an African guy. He has an excuse.
Oh, man. He sure does.
I don't know about a lot of the other guys in the
Powerful player inside. They have power forward, Horace Grant, and they have all the guards. And they have good
Hello.
bench. So this would be.
Why do they interview this guy? Why do they bother?
You know what's funny to me? He's saying they have players on their team.
Yeah, right. He's naming every player on the team. If you really listen to this, he's like, we're going to try to win, then they'll try to win. We'll try to throw the ball through the hoop, and then they'll try to throw the ball through the hoop. And whoever will get the most points will probably win. Thank you.
It's pretty funny because he's saying, well, they have Shaquille O'Neal,
right.
and then they have Horace Grant, and they have some guards. Man, look at that. They got a whole team.
Yeah, a battle from the beginning to the end.
Right. A battle from the beginning to the end. How'd they find him, in a jungle somewhere?
I don't know exactly how he came to the United States, but someone recruited him from Africa, yes.
Yeah, he's from Lagos, Nigeria.
Ungawa.
His high school was Muslim Teachers College. He's killed one lion.
Oh, that's not true.
I swear it's in the newspaper. I swear to God on a stack of Bibles it's true. He killed a lion.
Okay, go on.
He was drafted after Tarzan saw him in the jungle.
Oh, now, come on.
He was
We're
drafted
looking for real facts from you.
number 1, 1984. I swear it says he killed one lion.
I do now remember the truth.
Because he's got Shaquille O'Neal beating that stat. He has killed 0 lions.
Has yet to bag a lion.
Yeah. His favorite TV show is anything on the Discovery Channel with lots of animals.
No, come on. Are you serious?
I swear to God.
I can't tell what you're
I swear it says anything on the Discovery Channel. Shaquille O'Neal's favorite is Sanford and Son and Good Times in the Jeffersons. Oh, gee.
Well, has he watched television lately?
I mean, can he watch a show with a white person in it? Is that against the law?
But at least watch some of the new black shows.
Guess what Akeem Olajuwon's favorite band is? This is unbelievable.
Wait a minute. Let me guess.
This guy must have come out of the jungle and nobody played a record for him since.
His favorite band? I don't know. What could it be?
Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Oh, no. 2 of them caught in a time warp.
Favorite food, zebra steak.
Somebody made that up.
I did. Oh. Favorite food, rice. Shaquille O'Neal's is cheeseburgers. Favorite movie, anything with Tarzan.
Could you please?
Let's see. They asked him his secret ambition. He said, I don't know.
He wants to be on the cover of Playboy and Penthouse.
Yeah. But he's got 2 Mercedes, so who's laughing at who?
And as you announced so gloriously this morning, Jon Stewart has been canceled.
Who didn't see that coming? Although the Fox executives say they want to put him on a Saturday Night Live type show. They think he might go over there. Hakeem Olajuwon has a 17-size shoe, and Shaquille has a 21-inch shoe.
Wow.
And Hakeem uses his 2 Mercedes as planters for vegetables. And he's boiled 2 missionaries in those Mercedes.
Well, that's what's happening, folks.
All right.
Oh, one more thing. I forgot to tell you.
Tomorrow, Robin.
No. I got to tell you this. They opened a new restaurant on 57th Street yesterday to go
Jackie's.
all the other restaurants like Planet Hollywood and Hard Rock Cafe. They opened up a restaurant to showcase Motown memorabilia.
Oh, good. We'll see Diana Ross's underpants.
Something like that.
While I vomit.
And Boys to Men, your favorite group, was there. So here they are singing at the opening of the Motown Cafe.
Now, what's this all about? Boys to Men. I never thought that they would
Come
catch
on, you love them. I know you do.
No, I really don't. I don't even understand
Well, here's another shot at it.
1, 2, 3, yesterday.
Hey, Barbershop Quartet.
All my my troubles seem so far away. Now it seems as though they're here to stay. For I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be.
So you do like him.
Let's try it. Okay. Now, I'll do the bass. Robin,
you got to do the easy part.
You'll do the high part.
Oh, dear.
Fred, you could do something in the middle.
All right.
Jackie, keep your mouth shut. Billy.
You do something, too.
1, 2, 1. This is yesterday. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yesterday. Oh, my troubles seem so far away. Now it look as if you're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Good evening, friends. That wasn't so hard.
So they should have had us over. Why'd they have to fly them in?
Why? She had to go. I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Thank you. Robin, congratulations on your book. Yeah, of course, the great Quivers of Life,
Why,
which everyone
thank you very
is
much.
reading and enjoying and learning so much about your triumph in life.
Well, I hope you see something of yourself in there.
I sure do. I've learned a lot. And you, of course, will be signing books in the near future in other cities, right?
I will. I'm on my way to Dallas in a couple of weeks.
Dallas. In a couple of weeks. Yeah, that's not so hard. I thought that was much harder.
We can do it.
Jackie the Joke Man Marlowe, good for you. As long as Jackie keeps quiet, we can do it.
Oh, my troubles seem so
far away.
Now it looks.
There he goes.
Oh, I believe it. Go.
Jackie the Joke Man Marlowe, over 350 filthy jokes on CD or cassette. Only $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special. Buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING for Jackie's tapes. Visit Jokeland on the World Wide Web. For jokes in Jokeland's internet address, call 516-9221. Remember, 516-9221 is not a pair service, baby. Here he is back again. Thank you. Fred Mania comes to Jersey, the Fred Norris Band at Club Benet Friday, June 16th. Unless he's tired. Everyone who's doing these outside appearances gets it tired.
I'm tired.
To order a signed copy of Stuttering John CD, call 201-942. Ouch. And Miss Steve the Gorilla Gorillo hosting the grand opening of Rock and Jocks Bar and Grill on 4th Avenue in the Bay Ridge, Brooklyn this Thursday, June 8th at 9 p.m. And if you're planning a wedding or party and you need a DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-5040. Let me thank William Shatner for coming on the show today.
And Sandra Taylor.
William Shatner's book is called, Robin, see if you can retain the title.
Ashes of Eden.
That is correct. That's a new Star Trek book. Sandy Taylor, the former Penthouse pet, is now on the cover of Playboy and also in the new Steven Seagal movie. And I'll be with her later this afternoon in her room.
In your room.
I'll tell you guys what it's like to have sex with her. I'll have that on tomorrow's show.
All right.
Hey, can I borrow a rubber? Yeah. Thanks, Jackie. All right. I'll need that for later. You know, don't want to have any kids.
You're going to borrow one from Jackie?
Yeah.
You know he'll set you up.
Right.
It's used.
Yeah, used Jimmy hat.
We'll see you tomorrow.
And now, another hour, 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 another